Yo, this is episode 34. Y'all gonna get this podcast. Who we got in the building, man?
What
Hey
man?
man,
What days y'all gonna get this podcast,
Yeah, we back. Episode 34.
man?
this there's a lot been going on in the past week.
Yeah, a lot. Hey, good battles, a lot of controversy. Shout out
Oh
to the
yeah,
dad. Shout out to the dads out there. If we ain't never say shout out to the dads. I hope the dads really got some presents and y'all ladies stop using that hot pocket for everything.
Man,
hey man, I say this: my Father's Day was excellent. I got exactly everything that I wanted because I'm a simple man. Like, just let me relax. You know what I'm saying? We go to eat, and my birthday coming in 2 weeks, so you know what I'm saying? Save your money. We gonna splurge when we go out of town.
Okay then. Well, you
And
what you got planned? What you got planned?
I think we going to. Okay. Every time she be doing a surprise joint, I know we going out of town. I think we going to Ocean City, Maryland.
Okay, that ain't a bad place. I think I just been there so much. It's not really one of them things for me.
Yeah, and see, look,
Yeah.
it's a backstory to reason why we going there. That was like our first trip when we got together, and
Okay. So
we
it's a
just,
reunion, a reunion thing.
yeah, we just got married, so it's like let's revisit there. You know what I'm saying? So and she had, I heard and saw her process behind it. I thought it was creative, so I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. I'm looking forward to it.
happy
Man, that's
wife,
what's
happy
up,
life,
man.
man.
Yeah, hey, that's the truth, bro. When I say that's the truth, it's less expensive, man. I used to spend too much money tricking.
Oh man, hey, we gonna that's gonna be another comment for another segment for another day, boy.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real, man. You know, when you got it, they say you ain't tricking. That's a lie. Hey,
Yeah. You just got it for that little moment, then you got to get it again.
man, I got it, but I ain't want to spend it on them.
Mm. So yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to all the fathers, all that good stuff. We got the first topic for the day. Shout out to the 15 people in the building already.
Oh yeah,
You
shout
know what
out
I'm
to
saying?
y'all.
Up to
Shout out
y'all,
to
man.
y'all, man. 17 people just pulled up. So we got this tweet from Elon Musk about a week ago. He basically said, "Yo, I apologize for the tweets that I said against Trump. If y'all don't know, for the people listening, Trump was on the Epstein list. That's not a good list to be on. That's an area where they say the minors is minors on that island. It got raided. All kinds of stuff, man.
Ain't no apologies for nothing like that. You can't say that and then apologize.
Yeah, like you can't put that on that. Yeah, and that's why I be telling people like if you gonna put them type of accusations on that, like that's close to like rape. You feel me?
Yeah, if they don't fight, if they don't go out, you know what I'm saying, the back of the Oval Office and scrap, that, you know what I'm saying, that ain't real.
It
Yeah,
is actually just as bad, if not worse. You taking advantage of children is way bad, bro.
right.
Yeah,
Way
yeah.
bad.
But
So
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think somebody got to him, like somebody pulled him to the side or called him, had a conversation, and he got threatened because he just don't seem like the person that's going like just apologize. He got too much money.
yeah. I mean, let me ask you this: do you feel like he too active on his own platform? Because I've never seen
Yeah.
like somebody that owns something that active.
Well, yeah, but no, because when you got as much money, who gonna check you?
Nah, that's a fact. That's a
If
fact.
Kanye owned X, he'd do the same thing.
He be worse.
Yeah,
He
he'd
be
be.
worse.
Nah, Elon Musk is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he be
On
like he
X,
be
he be
tweeting
on
like
that
one of
joint.
us, fool. Like,
Yeah, he be on that joint for
yeah.
real. Real, but also I can't really say like it's that crazy because it's a social commentary platform. So it's
Right.
pretty much like as people live and do, you have the right to say First Amendment to say whatever you want to about it. So he just
Put like this.
he just has a platform to do
So
it.
do you think that's his way of like promoting it without promoting it?
Uh,
Like if
Yeah,
we
I mean,
seen
free.
like just think about it like this: if we seen Smack talk more on URL, do you think that would push the brand?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so
but
that could be what it is.
it's different from him because I don't think Smack would say outlandish stuff because see the thing
Yeah.
with um Elon is that he has businesses. So if people don't like certain things he say, they may not buy from him. With Kanye, Kanye got up there and said that Jay's kids were slow. That's a
Right.
totally different monster. Like, I don't think Elon will go that far.
Right. But I'm not gonna lie, that list is not a good list to be on. He
That's why
said
I said
he
like,
said Trump is on that.
yeah, that's why I said that ain't no. You can't apologize for that. I think somebody called him and told him to just make a public apology. We'll never be cool again. But yeah, something happened behind that because you don't put like this. Were you lying and just saying that, or were you saying I shouldn't even? I was wrong for outing him. Like that's the question. Like, was he
Right.
really on the list or not? He didn't say he lied. He said he's apologized for saying that
But what
stuff.
I can say is I'm not condoning it. If he is on that list, it probably good for the other people that might be on that list because they not trying to report the list because Trump is on it.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
If listen, when that tweet came out, a lot of people was happy. Well, like, yep, that'll never see the light of day.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, we know that, but I just feel like the real situation is the questions that need to be answered and were you lying? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right,
I
right.
don't think he wants to answer that question because as soon as he says, "Yeah, I was lying," and if that thing ever comes out in the future, oh yeah, he gonna have some other questions to answer. So he really just saying that, hoping that it go away. I don't know what they do with that because once it's on the internet, it's out here forever.
Yeah, somebody done screenshotted it.
Oh
Millions of
yeah,
bloggers done picked it up.
yeah,
It
like
be
that.
all
Yeah,
types of
that
stuff.
was one thing when he wrote when I seen that tweet. My first thought process is I don't know if he's gonna be here long.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you
When you
can't say that about no other country president and think you're gonna live in the next 7 days.
right, right.
I'm gonna be real.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's a
but he got
fact.
a lot of money though. Like he actually does a lot for like what America's infrastructure is right now. Pretty much he's trying
Yes.
to like build everything here. So if Elon is like doing a lot of his work here, then that's like mutually beneficial for both of them. So I mean,
Yeah.
I think that they've set that up. I think that Elon knows that in the relationship of him and Trump that he has more leverage for real.
I'm gonna
I
be
want to know
honest.
what
I
happened.
thought it was a publicity stunt, to be honest, because I was like, maybe they trying to promote something, and
He
this
made him
honestly,
a part of the
of
presidential
yeah,
cabinet.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
Promote
That was
what? The
weird.
government?
and also he probably well, I don't want to go that far, but he definitely was a big influential on them votes because social media is like everything right now.
They
I
are.
just want to know what happened. Like they had the little incident where I mean they was working together. Then all of a sudden, I guess they had a disagreement, and Elon said he ain't want to be down no more. Trump made it seem like it was a mutual thing. Then he came out making it seem like he kicked him out, and then all of a sudden the tweets came up. Like
Yeah.
it was like a day or two after they was on camera together. You know what I'm saying? Speaking, and that's when they had the pictures of Elon Musk looking like he was faint out or something, like he was just real looking weird, moving weird. And
Boom.
then they came out.
Remember that day, bro? They said that he got into a fight with one of the other parts of Trump's cabinet. He got
That's
into a fight with one of the other parts of Trump's cabinet, and I think that Trump was like, "Oh man, you're doing too much. Now you're doing way too much in the
I'm
cabinet."
assuming
He's like, now he had to pick a side.
it was a verbal something verbal on the line, wasn't it?
Nah, that was a legit fight. They had a legit fight.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I did see something like that. I didn't know how true it was though.
Nah, they
man. He
had a
looked like he
legit
swing like
fight.
a girl. Elon looked like he swing like a girl.
I'm not gonna hold you. They've been talking about Elon versus Mark Zuckerberg, and I honestly believe that Elon has done training. I
I
agree
saw
with
that.
you, but I think he's done some training.
I saw that, but when they put out the pictures of him like on a beach, he built like a bag of cotton candy. It's
He built
weird.
like a truck. That's crazy.
like he can't fight at all.
Not at all, man. Not at all. That would have been the softest fight in history.
Yeah, but
They
he
would have been pulling
definitely
hair and screaming.
yeah, he definitely apologized. Like you said, though, I don't know what type of apology was it like. Hey, you wasn't on that list, or you was on the list, and I'm sorry for saying out you.
He just said, "I'm
Yeah, that's
sorry for saying what I said,"
just
and it's
imagine this,
like, does that take
Damo.
away the validity of what he
Yeah,
said, or
no,
are you just
because
saying,
it's
"I'm
still
sorry
not
that I
good.
said it"?
Right.
Look, Damo, if you was worth as much money as he was, who you apologizing to?
Him.
Nobody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, nobody.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
feel like that was a serious threat made. Like, look,
But
bro,
do
I'm gonna
you?
tell you
But
right
at the
now.
end of the day, he's not bigger than the president, so he had to. He probably
Yeah,
felt
You
like he
don't think
had to
so?
not
say it.
bigger than the president, whose
No,
business is Tesla, which thrives in America.
You don't think he
That's
bigger than the president?
not when his
I
business
don't.
thrives here. The
Nah, I don't
president
think
can say
so.
we're stopping Tesla production right now.
I don't
If the
think
pre-
Congress will let him do that.
they
That's the
could,
thing. I think, see, with the president, he's just a figurehead. He can't
right?
do
He's
anything
just a face,
without Congress.
right?
Elon can do what he wants to.
He's just a face. Our our
Because
our,
this is my
our
thing.
president's been dead for the last 8 years.
If Trump get mad, he can't say, you know what? I'm gonna just go to Bali and set up or Dubai and set up shop there. He has to be here. He's the president. Elon could just go with his money. He can go anywhere he wants, set up shop, and he'll be good there. He'll never have to see us again. He don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but his
wouldn't be. I
business
wouldn't
still
be.
thrives here. It's different. Like once you're trying to hide away, like it's different for Kanye to live in China because you know what I'm saying his businesses are over there. So it makes sense why you're by your business and you're still
Oh,
out the way of the American scope. I think
yeah, I
like
think
for Elon, he's not going to completely leave America because Tesla is based right here. If this is going to
with
be,
all
you know what I'm saying, where the majority of his businesses are run, because you know the coalition they got.
man, that
This is going to be,
infrastructure, he
yeah.
could be
But let
like
me
Nick
ask you
Fury.
this: do y'all really think Teslas is a good thing, or y'all just think it's one of the things like, all right, it's a good brand, so people mess with the brand more so
It's
than the
it's a
actual.
terrible thing. Having an electric
Okay.
car that can shut
Yeah,
down on you that someone has
Yeah.
a master key control to at
Right.
any time just because they want to is terrible.
Okay.
yeah. I
Is
don't think
I
that's
terrible.
figured that, but is it the fact that he's so popular that it makes the brand popular?
I, I
yeah,
think it's both. It also
yeah.
gives it a negative thing.
And it's
Right.
trendy too.
It's
So
Yeah,
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 trendy,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
also
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like
Everybody want a Tesla.
yeah.
everybody wants a Tesla, yeah, but it's trendy, but for the same reason it's trendy is for the same reason it's not liked. So I never want to say that like it's just a definite like oh this is popular. It
I'm
might
not
not
gonna
be super
lie. They
popular
may
everywhere.
they I ain't gonna lie. They made me want to get one. I'll never get one though because of the
Well,
reasons you said. But just it makes you want to get one. The average person.
I don't think so. I think
And
that
and
if
they're making them to a point they're affordable too.
yeah,
I
but
would get an
okay,
electric
so
car. I wouldn't get one of those though.
that's two different conversations, right?
Yeah,
He made a supercharged truck that is at a good price range with the Cybertruck. That doesn't take away the fact that the Tesla still does what it does. I think that if Lincoln or if Honda came out with electric cars that was reasonably priced that people looked at and was like, "Oh, these are nice," people would buy them. I think that they're just the face of what electric car looks like right now.
what is the Priuses and all them? Ain't them
put
electric cars?
put like
Yeah,
this. My
they're
brother,
hybrids, but people don't like how Priuses look.
look, my brother
That's
got
what
an
I'm
Audi.
saying. The Teslas look cool.
My brother got an Audi and it's electric. That joint is crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
I
But
would get it.
Teslas ain't ugly though. They look like
The truck is.
some.
The truck is.
No, I'm talking about
it
the car. I'm
depends
talking about
on
the
which
car
model
though.
you get. Not
The
all the
cars look
Teslas
alright
look
though. The
good, man. We're
car,
not
I ain't
doing
gonna lie.
that.
I like the cars, bro.
Yeah,
The
some of them look like yeah.
Teslas
I like the cars. I like the white insides too. I like that.
look
Right.
like a rock on a stream. You know what I'm saying? Like a rock, just random rock sitting on the side with wheels. That's what it looked like. Like
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
just drew.
But the cars be all right. The cars be all right.
Man,
I just I don't like the I don't know, man. I don't like how he moves sporadically. I would never buy nothing from him because I just felt like you said, like has a master key. Like I felt like if he wanted to, he could shut everything down if he get mad. Like he too erratic for me.
imagine he
Yeah,
just
too.
send all the Teslas into the water, and
Yeah, I wouldn't
there's
trust
nothing
him.
you
Yeah,
could
like
do.
while you
Just
driving
lock
that
the
joint, just
door.
take you off the highway and you in the river somewhere.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Cat take conspiracy. They said that that's what happened to the lady who owned the boat or who owned the Baltimore Bridge. Carry on.
I listen. I don't know. How many minutes? Are we 14 minutes in? All right, I can
Uh,
say this. I listen. I'm not gonna curse.
no, no, man, you can't cuss me.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm
back
not gonna
in.
curse.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna curse. But I don't care where he's from. He's still a colonizer, so I don't trust him.
Absolutely. He's from South. He's from Russia,
No, he's from South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, I still don't trust him.
I don't. He's a
Yeah,
colonizer even in South Africa.
yeah, I don't
He's
trust
from
him.
South
So,
Africa from where? Like I don't like that. I hate that. Like I hate the illegal immigrant conversation. Like
yeah,
because that is legit, bro. People are immigrants from all over the place, undocumented from everywhere, and it's like the main source of where they're having contention with is they're abducting brown people and they're making
yeah,
that a thing. But it's just like
yeah.
people literally go everywhere. Like it literally in Jamaica, there's like it's just like here. So it's like you can't even you know what I'm saying? It's really disgusting, bro. It's disgusting.
It's parts. I
Mm.
will say this. It's parts I like about it if they do it right. But the way they're handling it, I don't think they're doing it right.
I
Yeah.
Yeah,
think people need to go. Yeah, the ones who don't add to society, but like you just taking people's wives away from like I
yeah,
don't
that's
know what the
crazy. Like if you're doing crimes or something like that, like I just feel like the way they do it, the way they should do it is I don't care. I don't mind you people coming over here, but just go through the proper steps. If that's what they want to do, I'm cool with that. Like background checks, to everything. Like we just got to make sure you ain't coming over here trying to start nothing, or you know what I'm saying. You gotta you a criminal. If
but
that's
we
the case,
not doing that though, bro. All right, here's
what?
my point. Here's my point. When people came through Boston and through New York harbors and ports, was that the conversation? Was that
I don't
always
think
the
we had the infrastructure
conversation?
then. We didn't have that infrastructure. But you can't be coming here
They
tied to the
didn't have the
cartel.
infrastructure, but the same people run it. They always had the same infrastructure. The plan is the plan.
Well, no, I'm talking about like as far as technology to do background checks and stuff like that. Like if you didn't kill 20 people, nah, don't come over here.
Yeah, but how
You
you
know what
gonna
I'm saying?
know if you kill 20 people unless
Because
literally
if you
you like
no, if
completely
you a
disfigure
felon or
yourself?
if you got like say this, say I would do this if I ran a country and it was free reign to just go anywhere. Oh, once you commit a crazy crime, or I would just send you to another country. Like I believe they other countries trying to clean up, so I think they send people over here. You know what I'm saying? They allow it to happen. So I think that
Allow
was the
it?
initiative.
And
No.
one thing about it, America is one of like the easiest places to really get lit. Like if
Yeah,
you want to, you can come over here own a business. You can come over here and get work.
For
You
other
can't do that.
cultures,
You can't really do that a lot of places.
yeah, for
yeah.
other cultures, maybe, yeah, I get that.
Because they make it hard for if they look. I feel like they make it hard for us to go there. We should make it the same way for them to come here.
But no, but this is boy, now you're talking, but we can't do that because we're not in control. The same way that we have a liquor store and then you know what I'm saying, like a
Yes,
Chinese restaurant on every
yes,
block is the same
yes.
way that we should go
Yeah, but
over
that's
there
our
and
fault for
have
not
like
enforcing.
Lamont's something on every block.
That's our fault for not enforcing that though. Like, yeah, nah,
Yes.
you can't set up that Chinese shop right here.
But you know what they do though?
We
When
can't
they
do
come
that
over
nowhere
here,
else.
We don't
if y'all
own
do
the
this,
but boy,
look, they give them money.
this is
When you come
like
over here, they give you money to start businesses.
yes,
And when they could just give that to people here that want to start businesses.
man.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
Don't you
thing.
start with me.
Like, do y'all know like the history of what they do when you come over here from other countries? They'll sit you down and show you a video, and they show that video, and I don't know. I won't say they still do it, but I know how they used to do it. They would show you a video and like have a, how, like when you go join a job, you get a job and their orientation. They would have an orientation. They show you a video and they show you pictures and stuff like that. And they would show back in the day, they would show pictures like these are the good people. And then they show doctors and lawyers and people that are way lighter than me. And then they say, these are the people you need to stay away from. And when they show the criminals, they all look like us. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then they would basically say, here, take this, start you a business, get your family together. And what they do from other countries, they work those corner stores. I'm talking about if you notice, they be in there 24 hours all day, work them corner stores. Sometimes they got their kids behind the register. They get that money and send that money right back home.
So why we
Yeah.
don't get that same privileges if we already live here?
That's my
That's
problem.
the
That's my only
point.
problem.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Disenfranchisement. Don't start.
Yeah, that's my only problem. You know what
Disenfranchised.
I'm saying?
All right,
So,
man. Uh, well, I don't want to get too crazy. Shout out,
mhm.
show shot in the building.
Yes, sir.
You, what up?
35 people in the building. 6 on
Shout out to y'all.
YouTube. The rest on Twitter.
Hey,
Speaking of downing people, what's up with your man's Tyler Perry, man? I listen.
Uh,
I haven't
uh,
even. First of all, I'm gonna say this. I was pretty much done with his movies around Daddy's Little Girl. I think that was around my time. I was pretty much done with him. I haven't watched his new movie. It's called Straw, I believe.
uh-huh.
I haven't like just me looking on the internet, seeing pictures and hearing about it. It don't seem like something I would watch. And I just feel like every chance he get, he making us look crazy, man.
Um, I agree, but I think it's the basis behind it. Okay, my thought process is okay. He grew up with his mother, and he said that's what he saw the women around him go through. Now the
Right.
problem with that is that um, I my problem with that is I think first of all we all know he got feminine ways. He relates because that's what he's seen them go through.
I mean,
But
I get what you're saying, but I can't give him that because how many people do grow up with just a mother? Come on, bruh.
yeah, but look, no, this is the thing. You got
I
a
just
half and
grew
half
up with my
situation.
mother. I ain't feminine. Come on,
But look, you got
bruh.
a half and half
yeah, but
situation.
you
Half
also
of them.
wouldn't put on a dang fat woman suit and make your whole career off of that either.
But I
I
mean,
don't know if
I
it's that person.
also my only thing it was that is I get that part, but we got people like Eddie Murphy, Martin. They did it and they successful. So I can't say that's a bad thing because we have seen other
Yeah, I'm
successful
not mad
comedians
at it
do it.
like that. What I look at is that you got to look at this, man. Like, okay, you got two sides of that coin when it comes to single mothers or mothers raising boys. You got half of them that they're tough on their boys, they understand. Then you got the mothers that they be round they girls at the house talking, and instead of sending their boy upstairs, they let him sit on the couch and watch TV. All he's hearing and seeing is their mannerisms, the way they talk, and they develop that. I think it's the nature of him seeing what his mom went through and him relating to that because he's still mad at the man that left his mother. I always told my baby mama, like, watch how you talk around my sons, because when they get older and they start dealing with women and then they see how they are done by women, they're gonna be like, oh, my dad was not the bad guy all along. So then they're gonna
I
resent you
think
for
it's our
lying to them.
culture though. I think it's our culture because he's not the first person to do it. He's just doing it in a way where he's downplaying our culture. Because Martin and Eddie Murphy, they did it, but they're doing it in a way where it's like it's a comedy thing.
Well, I mean, his comedy with Medea is comedy, but his the way he paints men in his movies, according to how he paints women too, I can tell that he never experienced a woman doing to him what he never. It's like he's never been wronged by a woman because he don't have no relation to us as men. Like we are always the bad guys in his film. So that let me know that he has been wronged by a man. He has had his heart broken by a man, so he still relates to his mother. He's telling us what he is and his orientation without even telling us. So I think that's the problem. Like he's basically making all his movies from a woman's point of view because deep down that's what he is.
Hey,
It is what it is.
hey.
The problem is it's relatable and it sells, so they're gonna keep he's gonna keep making these films for the simple fact that the average woman that feels how she feels or he feel how he feels gonna keep watching it.
I mean, it's no different than 50 Cent. 50 Cent makes the power and everything is generated to a certain audience.
Right, right,
And
right.
he just paints his image to a certain artist because the difference between certain consumers is women will be triggered by something. It will make them feel a certain way and they will continue to watch it. Like, and they will sit there and cry while they're watching it, reliving mentally what happened to them, but they will continue to watch it. I don't like to watch it because I believe in energies transferred through what you're watching. Like, you can
Okay, so
watch.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah, you can watch. Like, I don't like. I'm glad my wife doesn't watch like reality TV, basketball wise, Zeus and stuff like that because she'll watch like women will watch that and say, you know what? Why don't I live? Why don't I live that life? Why don't I have that? And then they start looking at the person beside them and getting mad at you, and you ain't did nothing but sitting on the couch watching it with her. So
Right
I
after she
feel
probably
like
told you to watch it with her.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you bring those thoughts and energies into your home because you're watching it and it's having you think. You either gonna get sometimes they get envious of the person they see, or sometimes they relate and start to make up things in their head like, you know what, he did that to me yesterday. He ignored me too. Oh, he must be cheating. Like they
Right.
adapt to
Yeah,
that.
just crazy little stuff like that. Like where that even
Yeah, don't
come
bring that.
from?
No.
Where that come
Mm-mm.
from? And then they start. That's why I said social media kind of messed up things too because people on Instagram watching Instagram, they think they need a BBL. Now they got to put their nigga a
Yeah.
certain way.
They weak minded. They weak minded and they're not secure with their whatever they see, they like, oh, that's what everybody likes. Let me go do that. I must need that. That's
Yeah.
maybe why I'm not with the man. Instead of being like, maybe I'm not with the man because I'm not mentally stable or I'm insecure or I don't trust. Like they make up every excuse for why they're not with the man and thinking it's visual. So yeah, they go get the BBLs, they go get the face jobs, they go get all this. When in actuality, we don't care about that.
One thing about me though, I'm a strong believer in doing what makes you feel good. So
And to what?
if get I
Well, you're
mean
not
just
a
in
religious person,
general.
are you? Well, you're not a spiritual. Are you? Would you consider yourself a spiritual person?
Nah, I wouldn't say all that.
See, I am. So when I look at it is do what makes you happy, but you can't you can't be, and I'm gonna be very short because I know how you don't like to get on the topic, but you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
be a spiritual person and do that to yourself. Because basically you can't say out of your same mouth that God or whatever you the most high is perfect, but he messed up on you.
Right. Well, what do
You
you
know what I'm
say to the
saying?
person that they ain't really thinking about all that? They ain't really into that. They just want to feel good.
Okay,
I don't think it's a religion thing. That's what I'm getting at basically.
Well, I
to that
think it is a
person,
religion thing because that goes into temptation. A lot of things that feel good are temporary, and you know that they're really not really good for you. They just
I
feel
look
good for the moment.
to that person, you know what I'd say? I'd say, so you don't mind someone lying to you. Because when to me, this is what I call a lie. When I meet you at the club and you gorgeous, you fine, and I'm know what I'm saying, I'm buying her drinks. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to, know what I'm saying? We exchange numbers, we talk for a while, we go out to dinner. You wear that same makeup, gorgeous. But then when we get close, now we in a situation where we consider ourselves committed, and now I'm spending time over your house, and I may spend the night. And you go wipe that makeup off, and you don't look the same, you just lied to me. Now I'm a jerk for wanting to not be with you no more because you don't look as good as I thought you did. So
Right.
basically, what you're doing is you are altering yourself. And the thing is, it's funny because it's like I always say, I wish I could carry a fake bank receipt and a fake bank statement, and I can log into something that shows I got $1 million. So when I walk in the club, I'm a millionaire. When we
Yeah,
go home,
man.
I take the makeup off my fake account, and you see I got $200 in there. Since you can
Right.
wear makeup, I'm gonna wear makeup.
Amen. Well, that's why dudes wear Beijing and stuff like that, though. Gotta be that.
But
Yeah, we do it too.
listen,
Like men do it too. We just got
no,
a different way of doing it.
soft
Yeah,
men, soft men do it too.
that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, you get
Because
Beijing, you wearing boots. You know what I'm saying?
listen,
You getting your kneecaps redone to get an extra couple inches of height.
before I spray my head, I'm gonna just cut it off and go bald because I'm confident in the face that God gave me. I'm good. I'm gonna pull the same jumps.
Yeah, but now you talking about per person. It's not.
Per
It's if
person,
it's
yeah.
not always like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care if I don't care what you look like. You got to be confident in yourself, and if you don't, Cat Williams said that's self esteem. That's your esteem. It ain't mine.
Esteem of yourself,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna look at you away. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, you soft.
I think your personality carries you definitely, cause we all know that one woman that ain't all that, but she cool in a mother,
Yeah.
And you be like,
Yeah.
oh, I can tolerate Shawty. She ain't the cutest thing, but she alright, she cool. You know
She's
what I'm
Man, look,
actually the
saying?
better option, bro, because she's probably a lot less high maintenance to where it's more of a free flowing feeling. It is than you know what I'm saying than like an exchange.
put
Yeah.
like this, yo. I'm gonna tell you what I heard. Shorty told me a while ago, and that's when I realized this new generation. I think the dating pool got pee in it. This when I realized this. Shorty said, "I like my guys a little ugly." At that moment, I told her, I was like, you know what your problem is? You're not confident in yourself. Because the reason why you like your guy a little ugly, because you don't want any competition. You don't want to feel like a woman is gunning for him or can take him. So what happens is when you get that dude and y'all get real comfortable, that's when you stop looking as good as you want to. You stop getting your nails done, your feet done, you start wearing pajamas to the store because you got an ugly man and you don't feel like nobody want him anyway. You're gonna always have somebody.
Right, right,
That
right.
mindset, that state of mind lets me know that the insecurities are taking over. And it's because of what you said, Damo. You're seeing Instagram and you're seeing these fake girls that you think are done up because they have the makeup on. They do everything before they take the picture. When that's not reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
that's
fell
a
in love
fact.
with my wife off of the simple fact, round the house, hair well, however she wants to, in the little moo janks, and she still looks amazingly beautiful to me. So then when she does, just if we go out and she want to put on a little foundation, a little something, it's never caked up. And you like, we walk in the room and the guys are looking at you like, dang, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know
Right,
she
right,
doesn't need it. So if you want to wear it and you don't, I'm cool with it. But if you need it, oh, we can't be together.
right, right. Yeah, half the time I don't even like makeup, to be
I
honest.
I
hate
don't
it.
like it at all. I don't like it
I
at
hate it,
all.
dog. Because what it does, half the time that when if you can take a pretty girl, she wear makeup too long, when you take it off, it messes up her skin.
Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying? They wonder why they 30 looking 50.
Gotta drink more water too,
Well,
man.
I'll say this though. So like, do you think that like devil's advocate? Do you think that women use makeup like they use makeup to cover their insecurities? Do guys use clothes to cover their insecurities? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you
I
know
ain't
what I'm
gonna
saying?
lie.
Because
I wear
niggas be
I wear
broke
black a
trap
lot.
niggas, but
Yeah,
wearing
yeah.
Versace
You're
keep
right.
kind of.
Yes, I wear black a lot.
I
What
think
you
it's to
talking
cover
about?
up the insecurities. I think it's to cover up the insecurities, but I think, okay, when guys, when we get dressed and go out and go to the club, we're not necessarily competing. We just want to be fly. Now, we may want to be the flies in the room, but we're not seeing other guys like, he got them Jordans on, he ain't wearing right. Like, we ain't talking like
Yeah,
that in the
yeah.
corner.
That's
But
females though.
women, they compete with each other. So when a girl is in the club looking better than them, oh, best believe next time they go to the club, they're gonna do their makeup a whole nother way. They'll have the regular black nose, but then all of a sudden they do their makeup so it's like they got a skinnier nose because the girl with the skinnier nose got all the attention last time. Like it happens. And this is not all women. These are the women that are not confident in themselves. These are the women that are insecure. And I don't mean to single one out, but I'm a little biased. But there are some strong, confident black women that don't need the artificial flavors. They all natural, organic, and they are the ones that's really killing the game. They're the ones that get married and have long relationships because after a while, man, when that stuff washes away, men start to cheat because hey, you just don't appease me no more. It happens.
I'm
Right.
not gonna lie though, like I'm not gonna say that like I cheat on my girlfriend because of how she looks. Like I don't do that. I cheat on my girlfriend because I think that women are pretty. Women are
But look,
beautiful, so it's
thing,
like
Right.
this the
that's not
thing.
about like it has nothing to do with my girlfriend a lot of the time. The
Now
reason
in the
why I
past,
cheat is not
you
because of
right.
my girlfriend.
You right in the past. In the past, I will say when I was living that lifestyle and I was cheating, it was because I just see something else that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had it yet. I ain't had that restaurant yet. I want to eat there.
Yeah,
But
we tried a restaurant. Yeah,
listen,
that
I
still
will
don't
say
mean that my
this.
favorite restaurant ain't Wendy's though. You know what I'm saying? It don't
Listen,
change that because
because
we
my
gotta have
wife
Ruth Chris.
because who my wife is, and without being too crazy, I don't think nothing that anybody else can do for me that she don't do is not willing to do. That's one thing I say. She is a smart person. It don't matter whatever she find out I like. That's what she gonna do. But I will say this: in the past, if I was with a woman and not saying pregnancy did it, but she just started eating more and decided to work out less, and it was self inflicted, yeah, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, I need to find me another junk. Yeah, you letting yourself go.
Yeah. But that's just the comfortability of having a relationship because they don't act like that in the beginning. They do put the makeup on, they do put on that dress, they do
Yeah.
put on that, they do everything, they do keep all that up. But then
And
it's
look,
like,
men, and I got homies that do this. Men are not excluded from this. When I tell you, I say this all the time, and I post it at least twice every 6 months. But ladies, if he don't keep an edge up, he don't deserve no kitty. It is
right.
a listen. You can either learn how to do it yourself, or you can doggone spend that little money, save the money from the beer and the weed, and go get a haircut, go get an edge up. Like guys do that too. They stop getting edge ups. They walk around with the scruffy, and then expect them not to have a work boyfriend when the dude that they see every day for 8 hours out of the day is shirt and tie. Look, like guys do that too. They get lazy. We people in general, male, female, no matter what ethnicity, a lot of times they get lazy, and everybody needs to get that check. Everybody needs to be checked. Like, look, don't think you not expendable. You know what I'm saying? Don't think somebody else don't want me.
Yeah, you got to
So
do it. You got to do what you got to keep what made me want you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you gotta, man. Listen, when I say I do my edge up at least at the minimum once, but sometimes twice a week, at least my face, like when that 5 o'clock shadow come, oh nah, I get that out the way. I'm just
Right,
a
right, right.
competitive person, and I feel my wife is bad, so and she's very trustworthy. But like it's no way in the world I'm gonna feel like another man is gonna catch my woman's eye more than me. So I am constant competition with me yesterday. So I don't compete with other men. I compete with Jason from Monday, from Jason from Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like I keep myself to that point, and I think that bleeds off into her. I think she notices me doing that, and she does the same thing. So it's like it's got to be when relationships work, they work because both people respect the other person's gangster. Like, oh, my wife bad. I gotta make sure I stay up to par. You better either stay up to par or make some more money, brother.
Right, right, right.
Cause you know what they want, right?
That's all they want, money.
Now
Well,
listen.
it depends.
Women want you to be caring. They want you to be attentive. They want stability, and they want honesty. You
Right.
take the first letters of each of those words: caring, attentive, stability, honesty. What does that spell? CASH.
See, oh, I was trying to put it together. I'm like, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you better
Pretty
do something,
much.
bro. If you're ugly, you better get some cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it
Nah,
is.
that's a fact. That's a fact. So speaking of pretty women,
Whoa.
your girl finally got her first triple double. Shout out to
Okay.
her.
Hey, listen, we ain't gonna go too far with the pretty. It's okay. It's
Oh
average.
my God, here we go. I
She looks
think
like Sid from Ice Age. We not
I,
doing this.
I, I get it, but I think she's gonna be. I think she's gonna be bigger than what she is because of her aesthetics, her body, her social profile is cat calls it.
Oh, you talking about yeah, online and everything because I want to see when that
Yeah,
makeup come off. I want to see when that makeup come
but I'm
off.
saying her playing basketball is when she don't got makeup on playing basketball.
Man, listen, she would never look good in
Yes, she
Scout Dick.
does.
I don't care.
What? You out your
You think
mind?
so?
You out
What?
your mind, boy?
She wear
What?
makeup playing
She for
basketball.
sure wearing makeup
Yeah,
when
they
playing
do. What?
basketball. Yes,
Oh
she
my
is.
Listen,
God.
Yes, she
women in
is.
wrestling wear makeup on that.
It's
What?
not photo shoot ready, but she definitely wearing makeup. You can
Yeah.
see her red cheeks.
Well,
Like,
I
bro,
listen.
she do it like that.
I'm not trying to get into her looks. I was just saying. I was just trying to segment to the next thing, but
Oh
still
yeah, her
giving her a
triple double,
compliment.
That
man.
But
triggered me, man.
Her
shout
triple
out to
double.
the shout out to her Ben Wallace triple double man at 10, 10, and 10.
Man, over that, man.
Man,
We gotta
I,
congratulate her when we get on her when she doing bad, but we gotta congratulate her when she doing good.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
for real.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan, so it's hard for me to speak on this.
What do you okay? So let me ask you this: are you not a
Uh,
fan of her or just her basketball? Because that's two different things.
that's the problem. It's both of them. Like
I
that's
like her.
But
she
you
don't give
have
me a
you.
leg to
I
stand on.
mean, that's just the world we live in today. You gotta fall in love with the person just as much as what they do. It's
But
not
no,
like
this is the
how just
thing.
like oh you just gotta be like Kobe. You just had to be a good basketball player. Everybody like you. But now I feel like today you got to be in love with the person to like what they do too. It's a part. It's all a part of it.
But
I
she's not
think
a good
that
basketball player to me.
But I get that. But the her being pretty or a nice body to most people, maybe not just you, maybe not you, but to most people, that is a likable thing about her.
I'm
She's
not
I
gonna
not
put it like this.
lie.
ugly.
I'm gonna tell you my problem. This is
Tall
my
girls is
problem.
in 2025. Tall girls is in.
You know, Flage. What's the girl? Flage,
Flau'jae Jackson, yeah.
the one from the rap, right?
LSU, yeah.
Okay, listen. She's pretty and she has a likable personality. She doesn't come off as arrogant over her talent. She is not a good basketball player to me, but then she's cocky and arrogant like she is, so her personality makes her less attractive. So it's nothing about her I think that's likable. Not her game, not her personality, and that diminishes her looks. So she's not even really that pretty. When she walks in them heels, it is the most terrible thing in the world. It's nothing sexy about her. She's the same woman that says, "Don't objectify me," but every time you see her, she looks like she wants to be objectified. She's not a good basketball player. I had to reiterate that. And
Okay.
then what makes it worse is that she pisses her potential consumers off. I don't need to hear you talking about, oh, we need to make more money, we need to do this, we're this big, we're that big. If you did the research, baby, y'all not generating no money. Without the help of the NBA, y'all would be so far under the red, y'all will be bankrupt. Like, humble yourself, get better, and then you can talk.
Yeah, because I think now that we had that conversation, the on play basketball is the on play of the court is the reason why they're not selling. Cause they
Yeah,
ain't none of them really ugly if we being honest, but it's the fact that
yeah,
they
they are.
so
Yeah, they are.
not all of them. We ain't gonna do that. Some of them,
Listen,
yeah, but
Caitlin
yeah,
Clark look like Ace Ventura. We not doing that.
All
That
right.
girl can play.
I just want to say this. This was
We
about
like her.
her triple double, and we got to
yeah,
Ace
yeah, yeah. I don't
Ventura.
want to get
I
off
want to
topic.
tell you
Yeah,
this, Damo. It doesn't matter. Asia Wilson is the best WNBA player.
Yes,
It still ain't selling. It doesn't
thank
matter.
you. She is. Listen, I'm gonna
She
tell
is
you
the
why that
best
triple
WNBA
double.
player maybe ever, and it doesn't matter. It's not selling. Something has to change.
I'm gonna
And
tell you
to
why that
me,
triple
she
double
looks good
didn't.
too. She looks good. Maybe she's missing
Listen,
her social profile, but she looks
that
alright.
triple double. The reason why that really didn't like I didn't jump out my seat like it was nothing is because I guess it's because the number. But I want to know how many shots you missed to get half of those rebounds. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost
yeah,
stat padding.
right.
Like, and I'm gonna tell you honestly, another reason why me and maybe some of my constituents feel away. Because when you did that in the NCAA joint, when she did the ring, and she, you know what I'm saying, I was like, she talking crazy. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got one. Then I started watching her game. I'm like, okay. Now Caitlin Clark then got into the NBA, I mean WNBA, and is going crazy. And it's like, girl, you letting us down.
Right.
You letting
Doesn't
us
matter
down.
though. Her whole career, even if she never win, Angel Reese, a whole career can be I'm the villain and I held that ring up in Caitlin Clark's face. And
Yeah,
you
she
can't
A-Bird.
never be that
She
great.
A-Bird.
If that was her whole career and she was a model and she didn't play that long, because I honestly think that she gonna play about 2 seasons and get out. Angel Reese makes more money doing other things. She can
Yeah.
be literally
Yeah.
do whatever she wants to do outside of basketball and make way more money. She might can make another whole league. You know what I'm saying? Like who
Hey, look,
knows?
I heard you
That's
giggle
what
a
I
little bit too,
told you. I
Damo.
said I would be surprised if she continue. I would give her maybe a decade of playing basketball, if that.
I don't give her a
Yeah,
decade, 5 years, if that.
I think she gonna
I
see all
don't
that
know.
money. I think she gonna see all that money she could make by not playing basketball, and it's
She'll
gonna
probably
be
start a
like,
clothing line or something.
She's
well, she
already
already got a
making.
podcast. She got. I believe she got a shoe deal with somebody.
Yes. She
Yeah.
signed to Reebok.
She what she had a McDonald's sandwich, a McDonald's
Yes.
deal
She
or
had a
something.
McDonald's sponsorship deal, bro. Her
Yeah,
NIL money probably still going. Her
yeah.
NIL
At this
contract
point, if
probably
she
2 years.
playing basketball, it's cause she like it, and I think the fact that it's not a focus, that's the reason why she not getting better.
And look, this the thing. This all that also adds to the fact of that's why the game will that their game will never
But
reach
we
the height
see,
that they
look
wanted
though,
to.
we had this conversation on the show before though. The reason why I feel like they can't elevate is because it's too much going on in their real life. These NBA players, they getting so much money, they only have like think about it like this. Anthony Edwards, he got 200 mil. He don't have to do a podcast. He don't gotta go to work. Some of these girls still going to work.
But no, they don't have to.
No, see, I
Yeah, they
don't
do.
like that. You said Anthony Edwards. Like, we're talking about Asia Wilson's not going to work. So
Well,
don't
yeah,
Yeah.
say
yeah, yeah,
Anthony
yeah, yeah.
Edwards. We're talking about the regular NBA guy
But I
to the
well no,
regular
okay, so I
WNBA
don't want to
girl.
I don't want to generalize it. I don't no,
No, this is my
I don't want
question.
to specify it. I'm
Do you
basically
think
saying
anybody's getting over under 60?
yes, of course, because
You think it's players that's contract is under 60,000 a year?
Angel only getting 70. So what you think?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Veteran minimum gotta be under 70. Gotta be.
So okay, so this,
And
but I
listen
think
to
she
this,
might still be on a rookie contract.
listen to this though. The highest paid player is only making a quarter million.
Yeah, but no, this is what I'm saying. I feel like, okay, I know women that maybe work at call centers, maybe work at certain places, and they're not making 70,000, and they're able to live. So
It's
I'm
not about
saying,
hold on. Don't you changing the subject? It's not about living. It's having
What
enough
you get
time
paid
and
for the
money
profession.
to play your profession. They can't. What I'm saying is they can't get good as they want to is because they have to go to work the
I
next
don't think they
morning.
have to. That's what I'm saying. Like, if what happens is if you live above your means, you want to live like this person, yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna have to go to
yeah,
work.
okay, I get
Then
that. I get
Skizzle, we're
that. But let
not
me ask
doing
you
that.
this. Let
You're
me
a
ask you this. Hold on.
WNBA
I got it.
player.
I got it. I got it. Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
How much you pay for rent?
22.
Okay, 22
That's
times
my
12
mortgage. I got a
is
mortgage.
okay, so boom, that's basically what, 40,000 a year?
Uh,
Something like
I
that,
think.
right?
No,
Mm.
about
What's 12 times 20?
30.
Okay, so my point is, let me ask you this. Do you think Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese can live in your neighborhood and not get harassed?
No,
Not get harassed.
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
because they're WNBA players.
My
Yes.
point. So if I gotta pay 2,200 and I'm only making 70,000, I can't live in that type of neighborhood because like Angel Reese can't live where I live at. Somebody gonna harass her every 5 minutes. She
But
gotta
this the
live in the
thing. No, she's not getting 70,000. She got endorsements. She got other things. Like they don't have to work.
yeah, but now
But
we
if they
talking about we talking about Angel Reese now though. I'm talking about the
See, the,
natural
the the
NBA,
regular
the
WNBA
the, the
girl,
regular person that gotta still go to work.
the WNBA season is like 12 weeks. That's
Yeah,
not the whole year. So if
right.
your yearly contract for the whole year is $45,000 and
Mhm.
No
you
endorsements though. Let's
no
not add it.
endorsements, just
Right.
your regular WNBA contract, you
Mhm.
only get paid for 12 weeks out of the year.
Mhm.
There's no way that you're surviving.
Right.
There's no
That's
way.
why I
On
feel
top
like
of the
they
fact
can't
that
get any
you're a
better because
WNBA player,
they're not
I'm
getting
sure
enough
you
money
have to
to
do
get better.
appearances. I'm sure
Yeah.
you have to show up and get your social profile. That's a part of being in the league. Like, you have to show up.
Like I put like this.
Even
I
players
just
who
I just don't want to give them any excuses on that's why your game is not good, especially if you've been playing this all your life. You know what I'm
yeah, but
saying?
we're
Like
not doing that though. What we're saying is the 15th man on the NBA team is doing Like is training with
At least
LeBron.
making 1,000.
He's
I
training
mean
with
a million.
LeBron.
I'm my
He's
bad.
he's playing practice with
And he's
LeBron.
also making at least $1 million.
Yeah, it's not like he's super broke to where because the NBA lasts a lot longer, right? So you're getting paid for a lot longer of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So your paychecks are a lot different. But your means though, I can imagine that the 15th guy on the bench in the NBA lives comparable to the top women in the WNBA because of the means that you can get. Maybe they
But
don't
it's the
have
thing.
incentives or whatever.
That dude that's 15 on the bench, he can still smoke her on one-on-one. Smoke her
No,
boots.
where I'm not. I get what you're saying. The talent to the ratio of pay. I'm talking about if we're comparing it to the WNBA, they don't have that luxury. You're only
You think they
getting
should make
paid.
more?
Here's what I'm saying. I don't even work a super great job, right? For the whole year, a couple
Uh-huh.
years ago, I made like 65. If a woman only made 45, and this is what she does, she plays basketball all day. This is why women go play overseas. If you're making 65 to 70 as a WNBA player, that is not enough money. You
But
have to
do you
have a
think they should get
job.
more?
I mean, they can't get more because they tickets are $17. No.
Because their jerseys aren't selling, because no one's watching the
Exactly.
games, because it's not interesting enough. It's not selling.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's their fault.
Yeah, well, Caitlin Clark is further away than Angel Reese at getting a WNBA championship. We keep talking about the WNBA, man. They're not getting paid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's and this is my thing. It's like I look at you know what I'm dang, you know what you're saying? That's crazy. You're saying that all right, so let's look at the men's side. Athletes live better than rappers, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're basically saying that it's some battle rappers, some top tier, god tier battle rappers that live better than a WNBA player.
Yes. Now listen to this.
Crazy.
Stop me when I'm wrong. If Hitman Holla can show you a 3 battle contract, that's over $100,000.
He
And a
don't do
W
free
in a
battles.
du- and a WNBA woman only gets paid $45,000, $50,000 a year. Who's living better?
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like the reason why it's not even the game not being as interesting, it's the part of outside of the game, who are you? That's what battle rappers deal with. I don't care how nice you are rapping, but if you have no personality, you have no profile, nobody's checking for you in anything outside of your battle rap, you're not gonna have fans. So it also is not just their game, but they need to step out and be fans. I mean, and engage with the fans to the point of becoming popular, becoming household names. Like I think it's a two-part thing, but they're not generating the money. And I think that's more so on them. Because there's a lot of women that I think are generating money outside of sports so they don't have to work. Like Damo, if I gave you $60,000 for 12 weeks for the year, boy, listen, I'm gonna tell you what you do. You would take that money, but whether it's start a business, whether it's invest, trade, anything, you won't be working when you off season. So I got to give them the
Exactly.
same, you know what I'm saying? I got to give them the same type of accountability. I know they're allergic to it sometimes, but I'm going to still give it to them.
Can you imagine being a WNBA player like you were one of the best players, or you were a good enough player in college to where you got drafted to the WNBA, which is literally like the top of like
Mm-hmm.
what your field is, and you
Mm-hmm.
still have to go and work at a call center because you don't
It
want
never
people
happened.
to ambush you about they might have saw you on TV yesterday.
Never happened. I'm
But I
starting
don't think
something.
I
I'm
don't
putting my
think
money
the I
somewhere.
don't think the average like seventh person on the WNBA bench is noticeable.
You wouldn't know who
Yeah.
they was.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
The
I
same
don't
And
thing
that,
even
with
know.
the
I don't
NBA,
even know
yeah.
if I would know like Caitlin Clark if I seen her. She looks like the average white girl. Like she
but
don't.
look, what do you tell? What do you tell the people on the roster when they got a battle coming up? What's the word that starts with a P and ends with ocean? You you tell them to promo themselves. You want to
Right,
make
right,
a we want to make some more money, make us some more money.
right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen, if I was a WNBA player, dog, I'd be talking on Twitter crazy. Like I got a battle coming up.
Right,
Like,
right,
yeah,
right.
I'm finna smoke you. I'm all game. I'm finna dog walk. They're gonna be talking about me on every station. I'm gonna get some endorsements somehow, some way.
Yeah, but also now you're talking like a different bag because J.R. Smith gets in trouble because he's not the superstar. J.R. Smith would get in trouble for saying something crazy on X compared to if LeBron or if KD say it. It's different when you like Angel Reese can probably get on X and say something and get away with it. Not every
But look,
WNBA player has them type of luxuries. You know that.
I don't. But look, this the thing. I don't think it's the same because the WNBA makes so much. I mean, the NBA makes so much money. It's like we don't need you. But the WNBA, they need all the publicity and talk they can get. I don't think they shine away unless you are anti-Semitic or you're attacking somebody's race. I don't think they care. They want it. They're
Yeah, but
begging for somebody to do that.
your whole point is it's not even about winning. You want
No,
provocative moments just to sell the product, and that's the problem. Angel Reese is the most talked about thing in the WNBA, and they're not even a good team.
Right.
that's the
They're
thing,
not
though.
even winning games.
Listen, they want money. They're complaining about money. So if they want to make money, then you need to do things to generate money. I bet you right now, her team, Angel Reese's team, would not trade her for no more wins because the jersey sales.
Of course
So
not.
it's
But
like
also, what about the
if you're
ticket
gonna match
sales?
up with talent, talk.
What about the ticket sales? What about the tickets?
They're
I'm
gonna sell
sure that
tickets
there's
whether they
only a
win or
couple
lose.
teams that really go up in ticket sales.
Well, yeah, they you did her the numbers did spike down when she wasn't playing, and then they spiked back up when they said she was returning. She's actually playing right now, to be exact.
Yeah, she's gonna sell tickets.
Right. There's
Like
only
that.
like a couple WNBA teams that really sell tickets. LA gonna sell tickets. Atlanta gonna sell tickets. Andrew Reese selling tickets, and Caitlin Clark selling tickets.
But that's because they don't have any start. Like y'all remember, see, nothing. I can't even say y'all remember. Y'all probably don't. But man, it was a time when when it first started, I was actually watching it. Like you had Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie,
Yes,
Rebecca Lobo.
they were
Like you had
going back.
stars.
Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
stars. These people are no, they're not stars. They're boring. We grow up. Listen. We're in a different era where now everything is coddled. Everything is oh my god. Like man, listen. I know this is very taboo, but the game is looked at differently because of the players. And remember when Kyrie went out and he was out for some couple games and he was saying he had to get his mind right and there was a lot of mental health talk around it.
Yeah.
That would have never happened watching sports when I came up. Never. You would have listened, man. When I say the you would have that would have never happened. So it's like the people as fans watching, it doesn't look like if it's like it looks like pickup basketball to me.
I'll tell you what I like about that though. That to me is a show of leverage. When your star player says, I can't even think because I've dedicated too much of my life to you and you don't even care. I needed 2 nights off and I don't care what you say. That's a show of being like, I don't care about your contract. That's what I like. We
Does he play
constantly
there anymore?
we're selling our talents away for contracts.
I mean, yeah.
When
That's
Kyrie can
the
when Kanye can say, I don't care about this Adidas contract. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I like that. When Kyrie says, I'm not gonna show up tonight because my feelings are hurt and you don't care. I'm gonna sit at home today. I like that. It's
you know
leverage.
how
It,
more
it
you
shows that we are the talent. You do hold power, but also, like you said, it's a level of promotion that you have to get yourself to, as into where like it's an echelon you have to meet. I
I
get
mean, because
that.
at the end of the day, we are the fans are the ones that we're doing this for. At the end of the day, if we decide that we don't want to show up and a fan pays $200 for a ticket expecting to see us, and they don't get to see us, now you're upsetting your customer base. So
Devil's advocate, the same way that you said you disappointed a fan who was in the stands is the
uh
same way that you made a fan on Instagram by saying, you know what, guys, I really am not feeling it tonight. I'm gonna sit at home today for my own mental health. You can gain a fan from that. Devil's advocate.
is that the fan that's buying the tickets though?
It's the fans who might buy us sneakers. Hey man, I really like what you stand for. I might want to buy your shoes now.
Exactly. That's I'm
Let me
glad you
ask you
said
this:
that. That's
how much does it play into the actual things looking good though? Like, do you think that looks good for us to have on the WNBA jersey
what you talking
as a
about.
man? Because you basically saying shoes and getting people to buy stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no,
what
no,
I'm saying.
no.
That does.
It's different for jerseys and shoes. When you have a shoe is tied to your personal contract
Yeah,
with
but
the.
what I'm saying is, how do you get men? Because women not gonna buy that. They don't even buy real jerseys in the
Yeah,
NBA. How do you get men to buy a WNBA jersey? I don't think
we'll never
that
do
they're
That's
it.
ever.
not
Yeah,
true. Angel Reese jerseys went crazy. Her
I'm
jersey
listen.
sold out.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
having
a
a woman
man buying
woman
that
name on
though.
my back.
Yes, I absolutely do. I absolutely do believe that there were guys who got Angel Reese jerseys to go with a Carolina shoe. I
That's
absolutely do.
moist. That's moist.
I absolutely do.
That's zesty.
Come on now.
Man, I'm not wearing no woman's name on my back or my jersey. No, it's too many. It's too
Yeah,
many
that's
NBA
why I
jerseys
said
I can match with.
if anything, if that's sold
I
out,
wear
that's
a hat
probably
from the
women.
team.
The most I'll probably do is probably the shoes,
If
depending on how
some
they look.
you can't wear Angel Reese sneakers.
Why can't I?
What? You're gonna wear
Look,
the
I wear
Angel
Asia
Reese's?
Wilson got some joint. Asia Wilson, them pink
I'm
joints kind of
saying
fly.
if they look good, they look good. What's the difference between wearing pink shoes and all that other stuff? What's the
Well, I
Yeah,
difference?
mean, I get the colorway thing compared to like how the shoe is actually built. Like,
Listen, if the shoe look good, I'm aware. I don't care where it's from.
but like, hey, look. I'm gonna tell you the real problem. This the real problem. You know why the NBA? You know why the NBA is it's the men's game. Men
Right.
watch it. Men support it. I
Women do
want to know
too
where all
because
the women.
they think Steph Curry's a tall, light skinned, handsome young light skinned
that's the
dude.
part right
But,
there.
no,
Women
listen, thing.
watch the NBA.
Are
It's
women watching the
perverse.
WNBA?
Men don't watch the WNBA because the moment you say, "Damn, her ass look fat in them shorts," you're
Young
we're
Black
not
Kings,
here
young
for
Black
that.
Kings,
But
young
the
Black
moment
Kings.
that a woman says, "Wow, Steph Curry got light skinned eyes," and blah, 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 now it's like, "Oh, okay, the women can do that all day."
No, but no, listen, this is the thing I want to know what y'all do y'all think this plays a part? All right, so we're watching the women, obviously, they're not watching enough of a sport that's for them. That's one problem. Women always they're saying that when the guys like we're not getting support. Then I think the women in the NBA should be talking to their counterparts, their other women. Like, why are y'all not raising these rates up? But
Because women
ratings
don't
up,
support women.
yeah.
No, because they're not selling WNBA to women. That's why Angel Reese is a big selling point.
But I mean, how
They
many
don't.
women are really basketball fans that you know what I'm saying? Like the
None
percentage,
of them.
Hold on, hold on, hold
they
on.
don't want to watch the games at night. They'd rather watch Zeus
No,
or they'd
it no,
rather
it
watch Straw.
that's two different things. Women like the women like NBA figures and not like basketball. You're
But no, this
trying
is
to
what I was
sell
gonna ask.
basketball
But
to women.
if I go say Angel Reese look good, I'm at the game. Now I'm a creep.
But look,
Exactly.
no, this is
Compared to
my
a
problem.
woman who buys a ticket to go see LeBron James. You're
But look, this is
trying
my
to sell
question. I want to know
basketball.
this: do you think men are less interested in the WNBA because 9 times out of 10 we're questioning whether they even like us or the same sex?
No,
No,
men are
I
less
don't like the
interested.
WNBA because they trash. That's the bottom line.
Thank
I mean,
you.
yeah, me too.
Men
But
don't
I'm saying,
watch
do
the
you think that plays a part?
WNBA because we can watch the NBA where they do more.
And don't,
No, I'm saying, do you think that plays any part?
no, I don't think so. No.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When Skylar Diggs came in the league, I watched a couple of her games and sat through that because Skylar Diggs was at that time, at that age, I thought she was amazingly gorgeous. Yeah, I was a
See,
fan.
but you're proving my point again. We watch women because women are beautiful. We're
Yeah,
not
no, you're right.
the WNBA has never been about selling beautiful women. It's
You're
about
right.
selling women's basketball, which they
And that
cannot
wasn't
do.
interesting.
They're not
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
promoting women's basketball. At this point, Angel Reese is going to be the face of the pretty basketball player. That's going
Yeah,
to be,
yeah,
she's like one of the first pioneers of the idea of that. They never
yeah.
said, oh, Cheryl
You're right.
Swoops looks great. Nobody never said that. Nobody ever
Yeah,
gave none of them
yeah.
contracts for that. And
You're right.
Angel Reese is going to be the pioneer for where that type of ideal comes from.
You're right.
Asia Wilson could have easily done this.
Yeah, she could have. She could have.
She could
But
have. Kelsey Plum could have easily done this.
is Asia Wilson married?
Nah,
Well,
they
she's
said she
supposed
was
to be
dating
messing
Bam.
with Bam.
They said she was dating Bam.
Okay,
It
okay,
looked like
yeah.
she still
Okay,
is
okay.
because they still be everywhere together.
Now, see, that's that thing. She is actually, uh,
That's a pretty lady right there.
she's a heterosexual woman, so men can look at her in a certain way because we know she likes us. And the fact that they're not building, I don't like. How old is she? Because is that maybe the reason why they're not building
Well,
things around her like
she
they
gotta
should?
be. She about to be. She gotta be in her 30s.
She
It's
already
Okay,
got
that's
like 2 or 3 rings. She's on the
listen.
way out.
If yeah, we're being honest, that's old for women. How they're perceived in the culture.
right, right, right.
She's on the
So
way
it's
out
like,
soon.
So they make it seem like when you 30 and you a man, you old. You be like, damn, you 30?
but look, you got LeBron at 40. You got players that didn't play 20 years. They don't treat them. They it's a double standard that's unfair to them. They don't get treated the same way. You know what I'm saying? They're not like the older they get and the more their looks start to deteriorate. People automatically assume all their talents deteriorate. It don't happen to the men.
Oh, Aja Wilson only 28.
See,
Look,
and
Maybe
she's
she
not
just been
treated.
playing so she been playing so long it just feel like she older.
I
and
don't think she's treated like Angel Reese though. Like she's beautiful and she can ball.
But see, but we know this with battle rap too. The longer you in it, the older you seem when,
Yeah,
or you could be in it for a long time, and we really don't know how old you really are because you still look young.
because
I think
Chess almost an old head to us.
exactly, and he only like 24,
but
if that.
also,
Yeah,
Av walked into battle rap an old head, and you didn't think that. Now it's 10 years later.
yeah, yeah. And that's my dog. Yeah, yeah,
Shout out to Av.
yeah. But it's crazy, man. Like I just listen, man. I want them to find. I just want the game to be more exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not exciting
Well,
to me.
in that case, I think the thing that makes the NBA exciting is the dunks. I'm not saying that's all.
Lower the rim.
Boy,
Lower
if
the
you
rim.
But see,
told a
my
woman
okay,
that,
I always say this though. If y'all lower that rim and we start seeing dunks, I don't want to see the basic dunks though. I want to see
Yeah,
some
no, you
Anthony.
can't.
I want to
Yeah,
see Anthony Edwards type dunks. I want to
yeah.
see John Morant type dunks. If you gonna
Look,
do it,
lower it
do
to
it
9. We can lower it to 9, and I'm not even mad.
I
right.
want to see women do different style dunks. I don't want to see
I
Yeah,
the
mean, it ain't
fingerless.
but
I
so
want to
many
see a
dunks you could
whole
do at this
different,
point.
like, I
We
want
done
to see
seen them all, man.
a
but nah,
whole
this the thing.
different
Not
thing.
from a woman. If they did a dunk contest and women were doing dunks that we've seen before, it's gonna look different because they're doing it.
Right.
So they still got some room. Like, man, lower that thing to 9. You know what I'm saying? And let them get some. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them be a little more chippy and not. You know what I'm saying? Not go crazy. Like, I want to see. I want to see a Draymond Green type female that's a bully that's talking crazy. Let her get some flagrant fouls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need
So
that. I
let
need
me ask
some.
you this: do y'all think it's somebody that can dunk? Like, just give me a person.
Brittany
I
Griner
mean, you know,
can
Brittany
dunk.
can.
There's
Okay.
plenty of women who can
But
dunk
she's
who are
so.
big.
I think the
Camila
problem with
Cardoso can dunk.
I think the problem with like Brittany Griner though, she don't give me like it's not exciting. So it's just like okay, if you dunk
Yeah,
whatever.
She
But
don't
yeah,
give
because
my
she's too
fire. She
tall.
can
gives
you
Yao
imagine
Ming.
if it was like a female Anthony Edwards or a female Ja? Oh my god.
So what you're
Dog,
pretty
listen.
much saying is you want them to drop the rim to 8 feet, and you want for Juju to come in dunking on them.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
But
yes,
my thing is, if you gonna dunk, dunk. Don't be like the basic Shaq
yeah.
dunk. Like I don't want to see
Don't
the Yao Ming Wembenyama dunks. I don't want
You
to see
want to
those.
see somebody
I
you
want
better
somebody to
bang
see
fire
it.
the
somebody get
air
dunked on. Yes, I want
like
to see somebody
Clyde
get dunked
Drexler.
on. I want to see
Yes, we
somebody
want
get
to see
dunked on.
that, man.
You want to
Like
see a
make the game
woman with
Like just
interesting.
wings.
okay, let me put it like this. Before I even knew who Anthony Edwards was, guess what I knew about him? Guess what I seen? A clip of him dunking on somebody.
You want a
Yeah,
woman with wings. You ain't gonna find that.
Well,
I mean they
I
do,
mean,
but the rim is too high.
You not finna get Simone Biles dunking, bro. I'm sorry. She doing
I
all types
mean,
of crazy stuff. That's not how that works, bro. I'm sorry.
listen, man, I look at it like this. The same way it's women that are athletic that are doing things that, you know what I'm saying, that blow their counterparts as far as men out the water. I ain't even gonna shortchange them. But I just think at 9 feet, I believe that's doable. I believe it's doable, and it still don't look low. You know what I'm saying? Like the game will be more interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and give us more entertainment with the skill because they can play. We're not saying they can't ball, but the game just not exciting.
The game is not selling. You're not selling
Now,
Well, they're
this the
not
basketball
thing.
to
good. They're
women.
not good.
But
That's
hold
The
the
on.
game
bottom
is
You
line.
know
not
what's
selling.
crazy? This is the thing I got a question about. I don't. The reason why it's hard for me to give them the like they're not good and it's not entertaining, even when I say it, because man, why is the college basketball game more exciting than the
Because they can
WNBA?
the women, you talking about the women?
Yeah,
Was it ever excited or we just got to see them two people
Are
that made
you
it
out of your
exciting?
mind? You telling me that?
dog.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Women's
See,
college
you're being a
basketball is
prisoner of the
lit.
moment. For someone who's watched WNBA or who's watched
I'm
college
not gonna lie, I
basketball,
haven't watched it. I'm not
okay,
gonna.
so
Oh,
so
and then the
cool.
person, the person that's making me watch it right now is Juju.
Okay, no,
Yeah, I like Juju.
I get it because she's what? Why is she making?
Good.
Because she's pretty. She's
No,
pretty
Yeah.
and she's
no,
good.
no,
No, no,
not
no, no,
me.
no.
Me
That's the.
personally, I'm
I ain't
not
gonna lie. The
looking.
first thing I did notice how pretty she was, but then I found
Well,
out
She's
she was a
pretty
little good
and
out my
she's
she
hood.
good.
balling. She balling. That was one
Yeah,
Right,
thing.
no,
but
she
she's
really
pretty
balling.
and
No, this
she's
is my
good.
thing though. This my thing about that whole situation is um do y'all what like have y'all even saw even like pieces of the NCAA tournament, women's tournament?
Yes, we
It's
watch UConn
exciting.
win for years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's exciting though. Like those girls be balling,
They
but
are
we don't
ball.
get that same excitement in WNBA. Is it because they're more hungrier?
They are more hungry, and especially now, as we saying now, NIL deals are making them college girls way more hungrier because
And they
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 finna
they
make
get more
money.
money in college
They
than
making more money in
NBA.
college, so it's
Yeah.
like I do
But
get
look,
the interest in
obviously they're making the
it.
money. So why when they get to the WNBA, why that the people because you look at the college stadiums, they be packed. So where did those
Well, a
people
lot of
go when
that
they get
got
to
to
the
do
WNBA?
with listen. A lot of things that got to do with colleges. You got people on campus. It's basically like going to. It's like having friends at work and having friends in school. You're
Yeah,
not gonna
but
have that
no,
many friends
but
at work because it's only 12 people that work there. But when
they
you went
still
to
sell tickets
school,
though. The
when you went to,
Maryland Terrapins,
because it's
they
a
still
million, it's
sell
a
tickets,
thousand people in the school building that ain't got nothing to do on Friday night.
but
Of
they
course
But
still
they
no,
got
sell
this
they
the
go
tickets
there and
thing.
though.
sell
Them
When
tickets.
tickets
you
still
leave my
cost
school,
$60.
when you leave my school, I still want to go see your game when you go to a team because you're representing my school. Like if I go to Virginia University and you go to the Sparks, oh, I'm a fan of the Sparks because you came from my school. That school pride still carries.
Yeah, it's
So I don't
100
know where to
teams in college.
disconnect.
It's 12 teams in the WNBA.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. They
what
should
are
be
we
building
talking
their
about?
fan base. Why does their fan base not leave the college and go to their favorite team? I mean, the team they get drafted to. That's the disconnect I want to like figure out. Like, why isn't um Angel Reese's fan base from her college immediately transferred and now that's their favorite team? That's
Chicago's
where the
not.
disconnect. Like, why do they lose fans going to a bigger platform?
No, because you didn't. Because look, here's what I'm saying. Angel Reese isn't even famous for her basketball play. She's famous for the moment of putting the hand up and getting
Yeah,
in Clark's face. That's
yeah.
why she's famous. The drama, the provocativeness of the beef between them is why she's famous. She
But you don't think she had a
capitalized,
good college career?
huh?
You don't think she had a good college career?
She transferred from here to go out there to do something. So she did what she had to do. She left, but having an overall good college career, no. I think she bet on herself and she won.
Okay. I mean, from what I seen in college, she was doing good. Like she was balling for LSU. Like
Yeah,
she
but
was
now
doing her thing.
LSU is not the totality of her career, so you can't be a prisoner of the moment. So what
Yeah,
she's
you're right
pretty much
about
saying
that.
is she was only really good at LSU. That's where she blew up, and right now, or at Maryland, it don't count. It does count. The growth of how you know her counts. It's just
Was
that who
she? So
saw
she was
her
in.
in
How
that
long was she
moment.
was in Maryland before she went there?
Yeah, she was at Maryland before she portaled.
Okay, okay.
Oh yeah,
See,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. I only knew her from LSU.
Yeah, nah,
That
she was definitely in
so this is
Maryland.
my point. She didn't sell basketball. She sold
Hmm.
provocativeness with Caitlin Clark. The
Yeah.
WNBA has to find a selling point. It's not basketball.
Now
Women
you
watch
don't think
men play basketball. Like I said, I literally watched a girl on Twitter who plays basketball really good. She should be in the WNBA if that's the point. If she can get 1 million views on Instagram or on Twitter for people watching her cook men in basketball, she should be in the WNBA. Why is she not in it? Because you're not selling basketball to women.
you
You're
think they should have
selling
open trials and stuff like
corporations.
that?
Huh?
You think they should have open trials like if you come off the streets, come and try out, see if you can make the team?
Did you see how they even have it so much of a joke that a certain team in the WNBA said that men can come try out for the team? That's how much of a joke it is. Because you're
That's
trying to
crazy.
find a selling point for
That's
why
crazy.
you pay attention to your tryouts.
So
Oh,
look, do you think they need more Caitlin Clarks because she's boosted
you
the WNBA in a
a
way?
Caitlin
Yeah, but that
Clark,
you now we thought that's like saying it's more Steph Curry's out there. It's no more Caitlin Clark's.
Caitlin Clark
That's
is a
generational
5 year
talent.
old girl who loves basketball. A Caitlin Clark has to be brought up through the ranks.
Right.
The
She
same
gotta
way that
it
we
gotta
look
be
at
somebody who played basketball since they was 4 years old or
like
something.
let's
No,
say
what I'm saying is, say Juju comes in the league and she gets over this injury, which we pray she do, and she comes in the league and she's putting up those type of numbers. Do y'all see the same
Yeah,
increase in
because
continued
if
growth?
she don't win a championship, it don't matter.
I don't think so. I think Caitlin Clark don't got to win a championship, and she's still gonna do what she's doing.
She's gonna do what she's doing, but let me tell you something. If she doesn't beat Angel Reese, her career will always be she was the girl who Angel Reese put her hand in her face. Other than that, her career will be nothing. There are women who have played WNBA who will put up better stats than Caitlin Clark, who have put up better stats. We're not gonna do this. This prisoner of the moment type of thing. There
I
are
mean,
women in the WNBA who have been amazing for their teams. Amazing. Who have been superstars. Amazing. It still isn't translating to today.
I got a question. These are some ideas. Do you think maybe they need like the NFL got Hard Knocks? Do you think that like get to
Yeah.
know these women?
Yeah.
yes.
This is what I'm
Because
saying. Don't
we
know.
are in listen, it's not even basketball. We are in a personality world.
Yeah,
We wanna see what is Angel Reese doing to prepare for her game. We wanna see what LeBron doing. If that was the
yeah,
case, these niggas wouldn't be doing podcasts and sitting in the barbershop. They know that.
yeah,
But this is
yeah,
the point. When you watch what's Angel Reese doing for the day, Angel Reese is getting ready for photo shoots. Angel Reese is getting ready to do social appearances.
Well,
Angel Reese is getting
that's
ready to
because
go do
she don't
pod.
make enough money to just focus on basketball. That's the problem.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. The
Let me
star
ask you this: Do you think if they
basketball
all had a mil, do you think if they was making $1 million at least they would be worried about all that other stuff? No,
Kevin Durant makes $1 million more, and he's worried about basketball still. He's a basketball centric person.
but
And
he also makes
makes more
he
elsewhere. So he's
also
not,
probably done make man Kevin Durant done probably made at least 600 million in basketball money.
but I'm
We
saying
not even
it's
gonna go
because
there.
of the love of the game. The love of the game is
Yeah,
why
but
he
he
feels.
can. But with his money though, he can only focus on basketball.
Yeah,
He
but
don't got to go to work. He don't got to do a photo shoot. He
that's
don't
what
got to do that.
she's not basketball centric. She's not a basketball centric star. She's a social media star, a social
Hey,
figure.
put it like
I
this.
mean,
I
but
think I would
is
add
that
credence to that if they ever said that. I have never heard a basketball, a WNBA player say, "I don't have enough time to work on my game."
But
They
also,
don't use that
we
excuse.
don't know WNBA players. When have
Yeah,
you
I mean,
actually talked to them unless they're like top six in the league? You don't talk to WNBA players. There is no hard knocks where you see the bench. You don't
yeah, that's what I
yeah?
think
ever
they
I
see
need.
think
them.
it go. I think it go 50-50 because if I'm got something, I need to promote it. I don't think
Yeah,
that girl that's the eighth man on that bench. If she would go live or just tell her about practicing
yeah.
with Asia
Engage
Wilson
themselves.
or
Talk
Caitlin
like,
Clark, I probably want to tune in more.
yeah,
I
be a personality.
WNBA girls.
Like if they start wanting more money, they gotta promote themselves. They gotta make themselves likable characters. They gotta make themselves interesting, enticing. Like Flau'jae, she's already before she gets to the NBA. I mean WNBA. She's already got music fans. She got commercials. Like she made herself interesting. She made herself interesting to me by me just seeing an Instagram clip of her freestyling.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like, oh,
stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Flau'jae Jackson does not get popular without being on that LSU team. Flau'jae could have came out. Flau'jae knows she's making more money in college. Why am I coming?
yeah.
If I can get a song with Lil Wayne, why am I going to the WNBA?
I think she's gonna go because she loves the game, but
No,
she
she's
did. She promoted herself.
career to
That's
be
what I'm
who's
saying.
Flau'jae Jackson? She's gonna be a female rapper. You telling me
I can
that?
see it. I can see.
No,
Yeah, I can see it. Definitely see her doing that.
you're out your mind. You're
You
out your
don't
mind.
think she can do
She
it?
can be Dame Dollar. She can be Dame Dollar, sure. She ain't gonna
Nah,
be Flo Millie. No, she's not.
nah. I'm telling you. Listen, you gotta understand the bar for the and it's sad, but the bar for women rappers are low enough where I think she definitely can put out an album. Definitely.
She can
I've
no,
been
she can
watching this
put
for a
out an
long time.
album, sure, but it won't be Lotto, it won't be Glorilla, it won't be Flo Millie, it won't be Bia.
Oh yeah, it will. Definitely can. And you know
Flau'jae?
how? Listen, you know how we can? All she got to do is get with the right people that did the same thing for all of them and say, we're going to put you already got the social media presence. Now we're going to put the right writers and producers in the room and we're going to change. Because Glorilla, when F&F came out, I know y'all may be a little younger than me, but I hated her. I thought she was the worst ever. When she got signed and she got them team of writers around her, everything changed. The beat selection changed, the choruses, the rhymes changed, everything.
But you're
So yeah,
proving my point. That's
they can
not
make her a star.
basketball.
Oh
That's
no,
not
I'm saying
basketball.
I'm saying she can be a rapper. If they wanted to make her,
Yeah,
yeah, she
she
would.
sure can, but that's not basketball. That's not
Listen,
being basketball centric. Talking
but I
about
think
what producers you have when they say, okay, Flau'jae, you're in the WNBA combine and we're bringing you up. The moment that she goes into, yeah, I did a song with Lil Wayne and I'm working on music, that doesn't sell basketball. That
yeah,
sells
no,
that we know that y'all not making enough, so you doing your other hobbies because you're popular enough. That
I'm
does
gonna tell
not
you how that
sell
sells
basketball.
basketball. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how that sells basketball. Because now a team, see these teams, they don't care about the winning. They're Jerry Jones. They care about the money. She's gonna generate money because people think she cool. She been with Lil Wayne. Oh, I'm gonna buy her jersey. She's putting butts in seats because now Lil Wayne fans is now. That's how fickle these people are nowadays.
So you're
Oh, I
telling
would
me,
definitely.
so you're telling me that a team's gonna draft Flau'jae Jackson because she has a song with Lil Wayne. So on half times, even when she's hurt, she's gonna perform her song in hopes that Lil Wayne shows up to put more butts in the seats.
No, listen, it's the same thing. You know how many, Brian, you know how quick Bronny's jersey sold out? Before he even touched the court, he was valuable to them. And can't nobody touch that boy.
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah, he's LeBron's
but
son.
based off of what though? Based off of basketball.
No, his
He
Bronny
basketball
does
not
wasn't
not
that
good.
good
have
in
a
that
He
time.
social
not good.
media
He
profile.
getting better, but he not good.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
He
Not at that
doesn't have
time.
a social media profile. His whole profile is basketball and being LeBron James' son, who is the king of basketball. There
Yeah,
is
but look,
no Bronny James has a social media profile.
nobody cares. This the thing. These owners, they don't care about the sport. They care about the revenue.
No, that's the WNBA. The NBA does. The Lakers want to win championships. The New York Knicks want to win championships. They don't
Uh,
want drama. They don't want Antonio Brown, Chad Ochocinco talking up the locker room, bringing people in, and y'all not winning games. They want to win games. The
Not all of
WNBA,
them.
like you just said, wants to poach revenue. It's not selling basketball.
Listen, I don't even think all the NBA players like. I don't think James. What's the dude from New York? The owner. He don't care about winning no championships.
Nolan?
Yeah,
Well,
he one of the
I
worst
think it's
owners
per
in
person
the
too,
sport.
per
He one
GM.
of the worst owners in the sport. I don't think he care about winning championships. I think he care about packing the garden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the
But I
garden
think
is
that's
already a game.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the Knicks are one of them teams that as long as they get in the playoffs, they're gonna sell out just because of the franchise.
Man, they
Because
sell out regular
having a
games
garden
because
is
it's
because
New
people
York.
want to go. You're gonna
Yeah.
go to the Garden, even if the
But
Knicks
that's a
aren't winning
great
games.
way. That's a great way to go into the next segment. Shout out to the
Oh yeah.
51. Shout out to the 51 people in the building. Y'all
50.
Yeah.
been, yeah, y'all
Shout
been,
out y'all.
hold on, I'm gonna take a picture of it and put it in the chat so you just in case, you know what I'm saying. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you saying I'm a liar, but I
50.
gotta
Nah,
show
shout
you.
out y'all, man.
Shout out to
I,
y'all, man.
I gotta show you
50.
this.
Hey, okay.
51 to be exact, man.
Yeah.
55. We lit.
We just like that y'all
But
chilling
yeah,
with us while
man.
we talking.
Game. Well, since we've been ain't did a show, game 3 and 4 has happened.
Yeah.
I said it was gonna go to 7 paces, but it looked like
No, you
OKC.
did not. You said
Oh, said
six.
no. I said Pacers and 6. I'm sorry,
Yeah, you said
but
Pacers
You
six. I
I'm
said
said
not gonna
I
six.
said
lie.
OKC at 5.
I'm not gonna lie though, right? I watched game. I believe it was 4. They was not calling a lot of fouls down the stretch, man. I feel like they gave OKC that game in Indiana, man.
I'm not gonna
Them
lie.
calls look a little iffy down the stretch, man.
For Shea to only have like 4 free throws in the fourth quarter is crazy.
It's good.
That
It's
means he's
good.
not getting no calls.
Right,
But it's good because all them calls ain't warranted.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
right.
well,
Well,
because
yeah,
he's
they done.
drawn. He's
Yeah, they
drawn.
done.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
drawn.
Williams went crazy
So
last
now
night.
that y'all see this,
Boy.
what y'all think? Is over in 6 or they gonna go to 7?
No,
I think
what I
over
want to
6.
say is the real star is Shea Gilgeous Alexander, and I'll be quiet.
And Tyler with the heli.
Pascal
No, listen.
Siakam. Oh, okay.
It's-
No, but
He's
I'm
not. He's
saying
not
he's hurt.
100% no more.
He hurt, but he said he gonna
Yeah, he's
play.
not
So
100% no more.
yeah,
So
I don't
yeah, I think
care.
he's done.
Pascal Siakam is holding the team up like he been doing. That's why he got the MVP. Okay.
He didn't do it last night.
yeah. I don't know what happened last night.
Well, I mean, overall, Pascal Siakam seems to be like the one that's holding the team up until the
He needs
last
help.
shot when it's like Halliburton. Come on,
He
So
bro.
needs
the
help.
They all need help. That's
so
why
did it,
Listen, man.
so did this does this is it over in 6 or 7?
seven.
Over and 6.
It's
Over
seven.
and 6.
You think it's over next game?
If
Okay.
it go to 7, I will actually pick the Pacers.
Okay, see and
But
seven.
it's over this game. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think,
I think Tyler ain't 100%, man.
yeah, I think him not being
He's
100% is
damn
dumb. You
near
know what I'm saying?
limping, talking about I'ma still play.
He
I'm
can't.
like,
He wasn't looking good when he came back yesterday. He didn't have the mobility. He wasn't. Yeah.
yeah.
He wasn't able to get free. None of that.
And I think I said this. I said they could still win without Siakam, but I don't think they could win without Tyler at all. Like at all.
Yeah.
I don't
Nah.
think they can win without Siakam.
I mean, they both got to be there for them to win. That's basically
Yeah,
what
Thank
I
it is.
don't
you.
think
They
I
both
don't.
got to be there, and without that, y'all going home.
Yeah, they going home because I don't think they got to be there at 100% though. Because the defense and the just overall play of the OKC is too much for them not to be 100%. Yeah. So I
And
think
that
they done
boy,
for.
What's his name? Something Williams, Jay Williams. What's the nigga name?
Oh,
He had,
Jalen.
he had a
Jalen
40.
Williams.
He had a 40 piece last night.
Yeah. It was looking easy too.
Yeah, it was a 40 piece.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
not gonna
balling.
lie. I love that. I really love how like there's been because these are two new franchises to this stage of like the championships. Real household names are being birthed out of like
So let me
this
Yeah.
ask you
run.
this.
Because
This
if you
might be a
drop 30
stretch.
or
This
40,
might be a stretch, but he the only one that gonna get one right now. Do you think this
Bro.
put him above Durant, uh,
what?
Westbrook, and Harden?
What?
Nah, not yet. Nah,
Even with a
nah,
Just
ring?
one?
nah,
Oh God.
nah.
Oh,
I would not do
Mind you,
that.
them
Not
other
yet.
one,
Not just a
mind
ring.
you, they got to the finals, but they didn't win nothing. So
Listen,
this don't
I
put him
can't put that
above.
all on one person.
oh, matter of fact, I
Nah,
will. I will.
nah.
In OKC, yes.
And OKC,
Overall,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Overall,
To
no, but
bring a
OKC,
championship to OKC will mean everything. In
yeah,
OKC, they will hold Shea Gilgeous Alexander to the utmost.
yeah.
Yes, he will be
That's real.
over KD, James Harden, and Russell
So
Westbrook.
this
But
automatically
career
put it.
wise, as of right now,
Okay, so look. Who do you think is better? Now I'm not saying better player. I'm saying the who we look at as the best Thunder ever. Is it? Do you think it's KD or Russ? I think it's more Russ than KD.
I think it's
Just to be
Russ.
fair.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
Russ.
think
Russ.
it's more Russ
KD
than
left.
KD.
Yeah, it's Russ.
He stuck around.
He stuck
Yeah,
around
he
for a
stayed
lot
the longest.
longer.
He
for a
stayed
lot.
the longest.
So does
Yeah.
this one ring put him above Russ?
Nah, not
Yes,
not as overall player, but in OKC, yeah.
yes, yes. It would put him over Russ. That triple double season did not culminate to a ring. This is you bringing a like, for instance,
Yeah,
bro.
in OKC, yeah, but overall
Yes,
player all time, no.
all time player, no, because he has to still put all time in. For
Yeah,
him
that's
to
it.
bring a ring to OKC this soon in his career,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah. It's just like this. And I know this sounds crazy, but before LeBron, nobody was usurping Larry Nance in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like when LeBron came back and got the ring, that for like that meant he you know what I'm saying? He usurped all that. So yeah, I would say in OKC, because they haven't won one and he's bringing the first one. Yeah, he's the biggest OKC player of all time in an MVP season. Yeah,
agreed.
but overall, nah, I can't do it. Can't do it. Not yet. Not
Overall,
yet.
bro,
It'll
he's
be
still
like
a
Biggie and
diamond.
Tupac because what if he tear his ACL next year and he's never the same,
Oh
never can play
God,
again? Yeah, he ain't had
Well,
enough albums.
he got the MVP. Russ got the
Yeah,
MVP. He would have a ring. Wouldn't put him over Russ at this point.
not all
The
time
time.
players. Nah,
all time is only about time. When you have a conversation of Shea Gilgis Alexander, if he wins this year, when you reference him again in 10 years, he will be over Russ.
no,
Yes.
but hold on. This is the thing. Russ averaged a triple double more than one season. You know what I'm saying? Like he broke Oscar Robertson's record. Like so that's the thing. You got to break some records. This ring to me don't like. I'm not a big component of the LeBron's Jordan's better because he got more rings than LeBron. I don't do that ring stuff because it takes a team. You know what I'm saying? Like overall individual player, I can't put him over Russ, man. Rustin had triple double, I think 3 years in a row.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It was. Yep.
yeah, like he averaged it for a season. Nah, we can't do that. We can't put because Shaq, like I said, Shaq can hurt himself next year and never be the same player again. He has to put in 10 more years, but they have to be good.
If
Like
Shea
he has
Gilgeous
to be
Alexander
consistent
gets hurt next year, he will still be top three OKC players just because
of
he
all time.
brings to
Of
the
all
city.
time.
So he's
Yeah.
already who you. So you basically saying he already above Harden and KD.
Yes,
If
Just
for
he
not
win a ring.
Russ.
bringing
If he win a
something
ring.
to the
Just not
city.
Russ. Just not Russ.
I mean, no, if he win a ring, he's over all of them.
That- For bringing a ring to the city,
Yeah.
he's over all three of them
Well, okay.
In but
in the
only in
city.
OKC.
In
Only
the
in
city,
OKC.
because
But in basketball,
they
NBA
got
history,
rings.
nah, he's not.
KD got rings, so it doesn't just beat the conversation because KD is a better overall basketball player.
Yeah, KD
You don't just
KD's
outright.
overall, but in
Yeah,
OKC, there will be no bigger player than in OKC history than
Shea Gilgeous
Shy if he gets
Alexander.
him a ring.
If he wins a ring, yeah, there is
Yeah,
none.
nobody's bigger than him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just the nature.
Bet. All right. Last topic. You know we got to end it with some battle rap. We can't stray away from what got us hot.
Yeah,
Sir Bubba versus Key. How y'all like that battle? What it's looking like? Numbers looking good. Comments looking good. Pretty much the main event of every event do good number wise. But how did y'all like the battle overall?
look, I'm gonna let y'all go for that because I didn't get a chance to watch the full battle. I
Okay.
had to stop it at work today.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
Um,
Well.
full battle. I didn't really do my due diligence with it,
Yeah.
but I will say that clearly it Flip Squad wins. I think that uh, a bright moment for Bubba going forward, and I think
Breakout performance for him too.
yeah, I think that it definitely shows like what'll happen to a pin if a performer just performs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out
That's what's up. That's what's up. So last one more thing since y'all didn't have too much to say about that. Arsenal Jazz the Rapper gets announced for Bulletproof. How y'all feel about that? I don't like the battle at all, but I think it's
At
good for
all.
her. I think it's
At
good for
all.
Jazz resume. I
I
think
Yeah,
think
it
she's
is.
what it's for. It's for Jazz.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I don't like intergender battles anyway. But the thing that I think is, first of all, Jazz is so loved. I think Arsenal is gonna make the battle cringeworthy. Like she's
Yeah.
probably the most likable,
But
loved
he
female battle
normally
rapper.
rap against women. Like he really did good against
Yeah,
Official,
QB.
Yeah,
Come on.
I just think if
QB
he gets too
Diamond.
disrespectful, it's gonna seem corny. That's what
Yeah.
hurts him.
I
And
think
I
Arsenal
think,
rap.
huh?
I'm sorry to interrupt you. My bad.
Oh no, I think that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the basis of it. But it's just like, out of all Jazz's like legacy battles, as far as guys, this is the least interesting. Like, I don't know, I don't be too excited about Arsenal battles no more.
Yeah,
And
no.
I don't know. I would have picked her. I would have picked a couple other guys if it was a guy that was going to battle her. I would have picked a couple other guys that would have made the battle more
Well, she's
exciting.
also
But
about to battle Reed too, so I don't know if
yeah,
you how you
it's
feel
the
about
resonance out.
that.
Yeah, that's the on beat joint with KOTD.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like I remember I seen Chilla post today the poll, like whether you could either choose the biggest versus the biggest or King of the South. And you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
everybody
which
put
battle y'all want to
okay.
stand out? Once I saw that, I was like, everybody should have chose King of the South. Because now
Right, right.
I'm interested in who that battle was. All in all, you know, is with
But
that
see the thing
announcement we
about
just
it,
got.
y'all, we consider the king of the south is what? T Top and Trez?
We whoa. Are
What?
we forgetting Swamp? We not adding Swamp into that?
But no, I'm getting to
King of
my
the
point.
South?
Hold on, I'm getting to my point though. Just answer the
Okay.
question first. Just answer the question first.
Uh
Who do we consider the top people in the South?
huh.
T Top,
I
big.
don't. Yeah, I think T Top would be first.
Okay, so to get to my point, right?
Uh huh.
T Top and Swamp already battled.
Yeah.
Trez already battled Swamp and T Top. So what's bigger
Yeah.
than that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, who else is in the South?
Yeah, but see, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm
That's
getting
why
at
I
though?
liked it, because I'm like, I don't know who to choose now. Like, I don't know who I'm expecting to. You you know who it could be? All right, it's a Hitman card, main event card. Who do you think would be bold enough to even say they should be considered as, if not the king, the new king? That's attached to Hitman.
That's the King
I,
of the South. St.
You
Louis
don't think
always
Capo?
gonna be
You don't
Hitman.
think Capo might be one?
okay, yeah, I see what you're going with that. But
Yeah.
okay, even if you want to go a step further, then we probably talking about Capo versus T Top because Capo already battled Chef Trez, so it can't be that.
And Capo didn't battle T-Top, right?
Nah, I don't think so. Not yet. No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Yeah. So that might
So it could be
be.
that. Yep, it could be that.
I don't know why I keep feeling like they battled on URL or something, but that might have been. I know Wusa and T-Top battle.
Yeah, they might have. But yeah,
Yeah. But yeah,
I was asking
it
my
might be
question
Capo
to
and T-Top.
yeah, I was asking my question to get to my point because I'm like, all the top people you think of in the South, they already battled each other. Unless they
Yeah.
doing a rematch type of thing, which I don't really like those. We hate
Yeah. I
But
don't
those.
think they would do
now,
that.
now you're talking about what Organic was saying. The matchups that were really worth something, like you just saying, the real matchups that are really worth something,
Kobe
Yeah.
have
took
been
him.
played down to platforms that did not push the battles to what they were supposed to be.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. A
this is
lot of them
why
small league battles.
KOTD and URL send cease and desist letters out on
Yeah.
smaller leagues for pushing matchups that know that they deserve a bigger look.
Hold on. Hold on. I forgot somebody in the South, even though he's not from the South. He lives there and he might represent it. That might be can say I
Don't
deserve
say
to be
John
considered
John.
too.
Oh my God.
Yep.
You could say
Yep.
John. You could say Arsenal. Arsenal rep Florida.
Has John John been, well, now we know Arsenal and Jazz already is battling. It's not Arsenal. Is Has John John and T Top battle?
I don't not that I can remember.
That may be a interesting, this type of card with this big of a card. Because actually, if you think about it, T Top from New York too.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of the
It
down
might.
south people.
I feel like you might got something going because Capo was on the last card, so
Yeah, and you know what I'm
it's
saying? He had
possible.
a good showing. So I would
Yeah.
see Hitman saying, "Hey, let my youngin get on this card with me too." Basically, I'm gonna tell you what all this
So
is
what
saying.
about it? Could be like a what John and Capo maybe something like that.
That I mean, I
Do
don't.
you really build up Capo that way? Do
Yeah,
you
that's what
build
I'm
up
saying. I don't
Capo
know
with
if
that
he's there
energy?
yet. I don't think he's there yet.
Okay.
In new battle rap though, he probably would get him, but I don't know if he's there yet for real. Yeah, I wouldn't do it because that battle needs backstory. They need to be talking crazy for like 6 months, and then they go on Angry Fan or go on another podcast, and they get built up, and they own spaces, and it gets uploaded, and then they battle. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
I'm
URL
not
will
gonna
want
lie.
that.
Now that I'm a league owner, I do feel smacking them on that because I'm gonna give you an example because y'all both right here. If I make y'all both stars and I see y'all battle somewhere else, I'm gonna be mad because this is a stage battle.
I
Right.
feel you.
Yeah,
I feel
like
you.
come on, nah, I didn't put all my time and investments in doing podcasts and doing trailers and doing flyers and doing roster lists for y'all to go battle on ABCD Battle League.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I feel you.
So oh, perfect example. I was saying this on my personal show earlier, well yesterday. Even though Dre Majesty and Reggie P they took care of the business to take the battle somewhere else, it's still my battle. You feel what I'm saying? Like I set it up first. So they said, yo, when we ready to rebook this again, even though it's nothing in contracts and they took care of everything to take it somewhere else if they wanted to, they said, nah. Damo set it up first, so we should do it where it was set up first.
That's honorable. That's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? But
But this the
more
thing.
people should be like that.
This the thing. The only problem that doesn't correlate with the URL recent situations is you not dragging your feet, and y'all everybody's agreeing to the monetary terms or whatever
Okay,
compensation
so
or
look,
how everything's
if
working.
if if you didn't if you didn't watch my show, I'm gonna give you my point of view, right?
Hmm.
So let's just say I set up you and Big Cat for ruin this, right?
Hmm.
If the battle don't go down for whatever reason, I don't want to put that battle on Black Brick Series because I know I can sell it as the biggest matchup in ever. One of the
Hmm.
biggest matchups. So I don't think just me personally, like I don't think they're dragging. It's just we can't put Av and Twerk on Born Legacy.
Oh no, no, not
It
that
don't
dragon.
belong
I'm
there.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking
Yeah.
about dragging their feet like that. I'm talking about the basic storyline of the situation of it was first discussed about them remaking the battle up in the month of December of 2024. Then it was said in March
Well, from
they
my
revisited.
understanding, both parties missed the battle, so it's not like
Oh
Av
no, no, no!
missed
I want
one.
both parties. Twerk missed both battles.
No, 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 no. They said Av missed one battle too.
Not listen,
If you watch Beasley interview, he said Av missed one battle too, because this
listen.
they
I'm gonna tell you.
third time
Listen.
they supposed to battle.
No, listen, this is the second. There was two incidents. The first incident was volume 5. I remember that. I ordered the pay-per-view. I knew it
Okay,
was
so
gonna
listen,
happen. Something happened with
we
Twerk.
could listen. We could. I don't want to like get too detailed because I don't.
Oh
We
yeah, no,
both could be right or wrong. But what I'm
oh
saying
no, no, no,
is,
no, not the basis of that. What I'm saying is
yeah,
the problem was in the end, close to most recently, when
right.
they tried to reset the battle up, it was like, okay, because in March it was set up
Okay,
for
so
them to discuss the battle.
this is where the other problem comes in, right?
Uh-huh.
Even though you might have had this battle at a said price, right? And this happened with the Dre Majesty and Reggie P battle. I might
Mm-hmm.
have got it for this price, but now that I moved up in the game, I'm not saying this is the case, but I'm just giving you an example. Since me and let's just say since they was supposed to battle Av saying, yo, I battled Hollow since then, I battled Even
Mm-hmm.
Will since then, whatever you tried to book it for at that price, that's not the same price. Now I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. Oh, you should honor your contracts and whatever. But sometimes that's another thing too. Like, okay, since you tried to set up me and Twerk, it's a bigger battle now because Twerk done battled Mook, Twerk done battled JC. I'm just giving you examples. Twerk
Yeah,
Av
yeah.
done battle Hollow. So it could be that too. Like, yo, we paid you this amount for this battle. Y'all didn't let it go down. Now you saying you want more money because in the process you did go battle Hollow, you did go battle Murder Mook. and we helped you with that. Well, in this case, Av not so much because that was on Easy League, but
Yeah. I think it's both of them situations. I think the
yeah,
the part that was the frustrating part is that it was y'all put a battle to the back burner and y'all won't concern with about it. It's been that many years. It could have been on, but then once another league shows attention to it, now y'all want to keep the battle. But the problem is when that league is saying, "Oh, we were willing to pay this amount," and then y'all come a lot shorter than that.
right.
It's the you know
But
what I'm
but
saying.
but
So.
but see, this is why I gotta play devil's advocate as a league owner.
Mhm.
At one point, that battle was worth less money. It's more money now because you done battled Murder Mook and Hollow and all these people now. So yeah, you do feel like the battle is bigger. You want more money, and
I
also in
think
the
the battle was
process,
just as big back then, though.
but listen, also in the process, that's not a Born Legacy battle. It's easy to say,
Oh, it's
yo,
not. Yeah.
it's easy to say as you as the rapper, right? It's easy for you to say, just put it on in our case, right? Just put it on Black Brick series. No.
Oh,
Cause I
no, they
can
don't
put
want that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
what
don't want
the
that.
no. Twerk and Av want that. URL don't want that because they can sell this as a known battle and get the maximum money for it. If they just
Oh,
But
no,
throw
no,
it on
no. That was backwards. They didn't want the app battle because they knew they would get paid less. They wanted the pay
no,
per view look.
originally it was an app battle though. That's what I'm saying.
No, I won't. That was a big
Listen,
card. That was volume.
listen what I'm saying. At this point in time, that battle is going to be an app battle regardless, unless you cop the pay per view. It's no way around that. Now, if both parties say we want on TBL because it's going to be on YouTube, that's two different things. But anything that URL does from this point forward is an app card, whether it's still known or not. You might could catch the pay per view and catch it live. It's still going on that app. They're not dropping that on YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, no, no.
nothing
What I'm
on nothing
saying
on
is,
YouTube.
no, what I'm saying is the difference between an app only event and a pay per view is you can charge more for a pay per view because they're gonna make more.
Yeah, but
The
and
app,
that
the app
okay,
only,
you're making
yeah,
my point though. My
yeah.
point
They didn't
is
want
that
the app only
they don't
event.
want it on the app card because if they could sell it for Gnome, they could say, "Yo, we could give you this amount because we know this battle can make us this amount."
But look, that's what they wanted. They wanted to be unknown.
No, okay, yeah, the company wants to be unknown. The they're complaining because it's not getting done at all. But what I'm
No, that's the
you
listen.
no
Hold on, that's
listen,
what
you
I'm
making
saying.
my
They
point. You're
wanted.
you're making my point and you don't
No,
realize
listen,
what I'm
look.
saying.
Hold on. They wanted to be unknown. This was discussed earlier in the year. Their problem was they weren't receiving a
No,
deposit.
listen, they wanted on Gnome because Gnome is coming up. Originally, the argument is why is it not getting set up? Because right now they wanted on Gnome because Gnome is what's here. What I'm saying to
No,
you is
listen, hold on. You got to go back and know and like redo the whole. Like you got to really follow the whole timeline. Look, what actually happened was they were saying it's been a lot of gnomes, a lot of summer madnesses. This battle could have been set up, but when they got
okay.
mad at
So as
Al,
as a league owner, right? You missing the point. As a league owner, if the battle ain't happened 3 different times, how many times you want me to try to keep setting it up?
no, that's the thing. They're not okay. You don't have to set it up anymore. They want to take the battle, and then they say, okay, well, how about this? We want to keep the battle and we're going to put it on known. And then they decide that in March. And then we're waiting on a deposit. And now we're like, man, I guess they don't want the battle no more. Yeah, y'all can have the battle. And then they make or they about
But
to
the
make the
problem
announcement. They
is
find
that
out.
they still because it's not Twerk. Twerk hasn't said anything. The problem is they still have money for the battle. If it was one of them situations, it would be because Beasley said it's an outstanding contract, what means it's money involved.
No, they don't have
You
no money left on the battle. The battle's the contracts are void.
no, you're not listening. You know what outstanding money means? That means niggas still owe
Somebody
money,
still
bruh.
owe.
They don't. That's the
Yeah,
thing. They
yes,
don't. He wasn't telling the
bro,
truth.
bro.
He
The
said
same
that.
thing I get. Listen, the same thing I get paid for Woosah is not the same thing I get paid for Twerk. That's what you're not getting.
What you
To
hold
make
on?
a
No, what I'm saying is how do they owe money?
What you
Who owes money?
mean? They
No,
said
which
Deposit.
one
Av.
owes
They
money?
said Av
If
owes
somebody
money.
sends a deposit for a battle and you have a contract to fulfill on a deposit already sent, then you owe money based on the unfulfilled
But
contract.
see, what
No,
I'm
hold on, wait,
saying
wait, wait.
is
Hold on. Now look, hold on. This the thing. Hold on. Okay, when Av showed up the first time, he had his deposit. He showed up the first time. Um, Twerk didn't make it. He had a problem. He had an issue, an emergency.
and one of the
Twerk didn't
times
show up.
Av didn't make it.
Hold on,
So
wait,
it's
wait,
on both of
wait.
them.
Hold on, wait. The first time was Volume 5. Av showed up and he got his back end and paid in full because Twerk was the reason it didn't go down. Then the battle got rescheduled to Royalty in Richmond, Virginia. We all went together. That's when Twerk car got shot up. So the battle didn't go again, and Av got his back end and his deposit. I mean, his
Okay,
the
that's
deposit and his back
okay.
end.
You're making my point. One person saying something, and one person's not.
No, the battle. That's the thing. After he gets his back end, and it's really
Okay,
Twerk
so
that
that
owes them.
listen, that means
He don't owe
okay.
him.
Let's just say okay, Av might don't owe him. Av might don't owe them.
Yeah,
Twerk might owe them. It
but
takes
look,
two
that's
to
why
do the
Twerk don't
battle.
owe them. I'm gonna tell you why Twerk don't owe them because what they
How you
did
know
was
that
they
though?
trans.
How you know though?
I will listen. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I don't want to say the actual. I'm not gonna promote nobody else's brand, but I'm gonna put the link in the chat so y'all can go watch the
But
whole
what I'm
timeline.
no,
It was
the reason the
explained.
battle's getting blocked because somebody still owe money that ain't being honest, bro.
No,
They can
listen.
tell you that all they want to, bro.
But no, listen. They don't know. They don't have a contract because the contract is open
Okay,
ended. They
so
show the
okay,
contract
so
on
you
this
telling
blog I
so you
seen.
saying Beasley and Smack lying about something?
Listen, this is what they're saying. They're
Have you
talking.
seen the live? Have you seen the live?
Yeah, listen, they're talking to people that don't know the ins and outs so they can say whatever they want. This is the thing. They have open-ended contracts, which means that the contract will say if it's Damo versus Jay Skizzle, it would say Damo versus blank, Jay Skizzle versus blank. They leave it open, so if something happens, you can't get out of that battle. They can just transfer the name. So what they did was Twerk had many battles after that, and he just didn't get a deposit, but he got a back end because he already got a deposit for one battle. So what happens in them situations is that throughout the years, think about everybody they battled. They made that money back. They made that money up that they gave. Whether they say, okay, we gave you this battle, you got to do this lookout. You know how many people they battled in the last 5 to 6 years? So they don't. Nobody is on contract. Nobody owes any money. What they're saying is we booked. What they did was they called TBL and they say, look, if you book this battle, we're gonna have issues, business issues, and we're never gonna book Av again. So then you're in a position where they say, look, we got a good relationship with y'all. We ain't gonna trip. But legally, they can't send a cease and desist. Legally, they have no grounds on a battle that's that old when the contracts don't have valid names on them for each person.
Well, I have a just to piggyback off of your point. I have another argument too.
Uh-huh.
I think league should. This is for every league. I think you should just do your own thing because that situation right there is the problem with leagues in general. Everybody want to come in the game and be under somebody. Just do your own thing.
What you
Just
mean by that as far as
okay. So look, you
understanding?
got okay. See, I would have to say people names to get my point. But
I mean,
you would okay, so a lot of leagues what they do is instead of trying to create their own buzz, they say, "Yo, we the pipeline to URL.
okay, I feel
This is
you.
what
I
you
know what
do.
you're getting
This
at.
is what you do. You got a battle here." And URL would accept it instead of them saying, "No, we don't want to be." Because the problem is nobody wants to build talent. Let's start there. That's the
Yeah.
real problem. So they
I
get
mean,
with
I
these
think they
people.
are.
So
You don't
this
think they are?
what
You don't think that leagues are building talent?
I don't think the big leagues are doing it. I don't. That's
Oh
not
yeah, no, they're not.
what TBL doing is not booking talent. They just booking the matchups we want to see. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is the problem is nobody wants to build talent. So this is the problem. People come in the game and say, "Yo, URL, let's do something together. We could be the pipeline to get to your league. Oh, people got to rap here to get to your league." Now, if now what you based on what you're saying, if they didn't have that relationship with URL, sort of like how RBE did, is like, yo, we just gonna book the battle. We don't have no ties to nobody. This is our own shit, and
I
this
don't
is
think
what
they
it's
got
gonna be.
ties to them. I just think it's just a like
No,
I would
no,
rather.
no, no. For sure, bro.
You
Listen,
think TBL
any
got
listen,
URL ties?
yes, any listen to this. all these people sell it as if it's their own thing. But if you really look into stuff like when T Top did his stuff, all that most of that stuff went on the app. If I pay
Yeah.
for these battles, I'm not putting it on the app. They probably sponsor some of them battles and said, "Yo, long as you do let us put it on the app, we good." Same thing with TBL. Long
I
as
think it's
you
more like this. I think it's if they say, look, we want to book such and such. Okay, he's under contract, or we got a situation with him, or I can just tell him, look, if you go over there with that battle, don't come back over here. Whether that's the leverage, I think they say, look, we'll let you get that battler, or we'll let Swamp battle on your league, but let it come on the app.
yeah,
I
see,
think
but
that
the
happens.
or it could be a situation like, yo, we need because at the end of the day, everybody uses URL talent some type of way to build a platform. We seen it with RBE, we seen it with Queen of the Ring, we seen it with KOTD. I think you could say KOT probably the only league that really is they're
They got more
sticking.
homegrown.
Yeah, they're sticking to what they are, but you got to think even ARP, he didn't make his own stars. He just booked. He's basically doing what TBL is doing right now. Like literally, he just booking the
Well,
battles we
I
want to see.
wouldn't say that. I think the difference between them two is I think it was like a AEW to WWE. I think ARP was taking the people that URL weren't using and didn't want. To be honest, like the show offs, the Audi Booms. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and he
In,
put
in,
them.
in most
He put them
cases,
against
but
top tier.
in most cases, but his some of most like ARP's biggest battles are URL talent, like main URL talent.
ARP's biggest battles are Ill Will and Big K.
Yeah,
I
and
wouldn't.
that basically is because they had disagreements with URL.
Nah, I
They
wouldn't say
realized they had an
that.
outlet.
Hold on, his biggest battle probably.
Hitman.
Okay, but okay, perfect example.
Hitman is biggest
Where
battle.
Hitman come from? I'll
Yeah,
wait.
but he
Okay
left a
then.
long time
Okay
ago.
then. That's my point.
But
Nobody the problem. Okay, just to get back to the point, so we don't drag this. The
oh no
problem
no,
is nobody wants to build their own talent. That's literally what it is.
I'm gonna tell you what I think when I think
I
battle rap was
disagree
at
with
its
you
peak.
though. I
Hold on, look.
disagree.
This is
Okay,
when battle rap was
name
at its
me
peak.
name me a league, a popular league that built their own talent besides the main three.
Well, I'll say this: ARP
I can say
tried.
who.
You
Who?
tried with the bricks, but the bricks didn't pan out that way. You
No,
tried to.
listen.
No,
I'm gonna
but the
tell you what
problem
it
with
is.
that was he was already his way out the door. He
Look,
wasn't
I'm
trying
gonna
to
tell you
promote
when the
them for
game.
real.
Listen, when battle rap was at its peak, the NBA URL was treated like an NBA, and all the smaller leagues were treated like farm leagues. And what happened is you had a We Go Hard, you had a Seven City Sharks, you had dang Spit That Heat, and they were building the talent. And then it's like you graduating to the NBA. And I think that's what is not happening no more, and that may be the problem.
That's my point. Niggas don't
Yeah,
want to build their own talent no more.
yeah, I think this. What happens is the small leagues is where you get your name, and then you build your name until the NBA says, "All right, look, come see if you can match wits with him, and then may the best person win.
So,
Whoever will
so
win will
what
have
you're
the
pretty
best
much
showing."
saying is that Gates of the Garden and We Go Hard were the semi-pro leagues before you got to the NBA.
Right. But
I
they
wouldn't.
all but they
They're not the
all
only ones,
they all
but
but
they
the
were
thing
one. They
is
were some of
They
them.
were the faces of
they
that.
all wanted to tie themselves into URL some type of way. Why not just be your own
A
league and
battle
keep it
rap and
moving?
exclusivity is killing battle rap.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree with you and agree with you because at the end of the day, if everything was exclusive and people expected integrity, we would get Murder Mook and Hitman on URL if they wanted to book it. Obviously, they don't want to book it no more, but that's a URL battle. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's a URL. Hitman and Geechee, that's a URL battle. Now,
Yeah.
you get into the business side of it, yeah, they probably didn't want to book it no more because they didn't feel like the money don't add up or whatever, woody woo woo. But some of these battles, the fact that explicit, however you say it, explicit, you know what I'm trying to say.
Exclusivity. Yeah.
Explicit, yeah. The fact that that's not like that no more, we are losing matchups because anybody's able to set it up now.
Yeah, but here's all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. Smack's
Exclusivity,
run
exclusivity,
exclusivity. Smack's
exclusivity. There you go.
URL Smack run was really a time frame. The time frame, and
Well,
the time
at
that
that
we're in
point,
right now.
when
Is
when you
after Riot and Bags
when
and Bodies no
URL was
longer.
hot though, it was only URL in the other two. Like it wasn't
Right,
all
but
the
that's
three.
not the times we're in right now. We're in the times right now where if Hitman as the talent wants to set a battle up, he just will.
Right, right, yeah, yeah.
That's the difference of the exclusivity because it's like, yes, Hitman could be exclusively known as a URL talent, but at this point in time, people might want to just come straight to him instead of going through URL to see the battle.
Well,
He's the
I
talent.
think it's at a point now. I think the only thing that's holding URL up probably is they probably pay the most financially, but I don't think nobody wants to rap over there as far as just not being able to have my footage out.
You can't go nowhere else. Nobody wants to be tied down to that.
Right.
Because pretty much what you're saying is, yeah, I'm gonna pay you the most, but I'm gonna pay you as many times as I choose to this year, instead of you being non-exclusive and going wherever you want to, whenever you want to. You can accept as
Right.
many checks as you want to when you're non-exclusive compared to when you're Tay Rock. I set your schedule up. You're only getting paid 5 times this year.
Right.
That's what's
Well,
gonna
I
kill the
mean,
game because at the
it's
end of the
about.
day, if Tay Rock wants to go open his own league because he's the talent and because he's putting butts in the seat so people are fans of him and they want to come support his own event, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen
I
regardless.
think I'm what I'm saying is just me being an owner. I think exclusivity is necessary, and it could be a bad thing too. Because I don't want Jay Skizzle and Big Cat on no other league.
I get that, but what you're saying is that you don't want the fans to flow from place to place. The fans should be able to flow from place to place,
I
and the
don't agree. I
fans
don't know if
flow
I
with the
agree with that
talent.
because if I watch, it's like watching wrestling for wrestling. I watch the NBA for the NBA. I watch the WNBA for. So I watch URL for the gun bars and whatever. I watch KLTD for humor, white jokes, all that, and I watch whoever else. I watch We Go Hard for the records of the battle rap. So I just you can go to what you
But
like.
all of it's battle rap though. You watch
Right.
the different platforms for the different ways that they convey battle rap. If
Right.
there was a competitor to the NBA, we would watch that. But there is no competitor. We used to watch and one, and other than that, you watch the Olympics. There is no real
So
competitor.
just to kind of conclude, so we can get up out of here. It's 10 o'clock.
You know,
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to URL. Hope everything figured out. Who is the next league if you think URL not shut down, but it looks like they're slowing down? Who's the next league up? Because
if
it's
URL
wide
slows
open right
down,
now.
if URL slows down, I think that KOTD has a big resurgence.
I don't see KOD being as active either though.
Well, I don't see them being as active because, like you said, they haven't fostered new talent. But I think
Right.
that if URL flakes out, this is a perfect time to get some of those matchups that you knew was never going to happen. Like there's been plenty of times that we've wanted matchups like this person versus this person, but because of exclusivity, you're never going to see a Thesaurus versus somebody because you know what I'm saying. That's not going to happen. Then
Yeah,
you
and
have to set up a Nitty
everything
versus.
had its time. So I feel like some battles are just like you should have picked it up when it happened.
Yeah, but what's the dude from KLTD, brother short dude who he rap real good, bro?
Still Mac?
Il Mac versus Rum Nitty happened on KLTD.
I don't think
No,
so.
exactly my point. That's my point. So at the point where we know certain matchups are not getting picked up, and a fan says, "Bruh, I got the bread to see that." If a rapper chooses because of non-exclusivity to go get his check, then I'm not mad at that. The fans should be able to go see that.
Yeah, but we also know certain things, the aesthetics of everything kind of mess up stuff too. Like I want to see certain battles on certain platforms too, because I want to see Avo shoot it. I want to see JB shoot it. I want that look too when I'm watching the battle too.
So production value.
That too. I mean, it's a part of it. I'm not saying all of it, but it's like Rum Nitty and
But at
Daylight.
that point, now I disagree because you can't tell me that.
So would you watch? Would you still watch? Let me see. Would you still watch Hitman and Geechee if the audio was bad? No, you wouldn't.
No, but
You'll tune in, but you
you're
won't keep
proving
watching it.
you're proving my point because Avocado is a freelance talent. He's not
No, what I'm
exclusive.
saying is I would want a bigger league to do it because I know it's gonna be a certain way. Now I'm
Right.
not
So
saying a person per person. I'm saying if you like, it's like if you know if you battle on the stage, you know your footage gonna look good. It's gonna be clear audio. If you battle on URL, you know it's good. So I wouldn't want to see those matchups on smaller leagues because I know the production ain't gonna be as good as a bigger league.
right, but this is my here's my point, and I'm good. If Avocado decides to shoot a URL event today and a KOTD event tomorrow, and one of your biggest focal points in battle rap is how it's produced, it wouldn't matter to what platform it was on. It would matter who did it. So you're a fan of his talent, and you're gonna go seek it wherever it goes.
Right.
That's how it flows.
But all right, man, we out of here. This is episode 34. We was already on here for 2 hours. Shout out to the 49 people that stuck around.
Now for a
Go
shout out to
like,
y'all,
comment,
man.
subscribe on YouTube. Episode
Amen.
34. Jay Skizzle phone died. We was on this thing so long. Y'all can get this podcast, episode 34. You be safe, brother.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Yep.